Try that again. Evening, everybody. Tonight, can you hear me? Shay, can you hear me?
Indeed. Even bro, what's up?
Oh, well, not much. Shay, how you doing? You hearing us? Uh,
Your background sounds pretty.
my background?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I come at it through the phone. I'm using the phone normally because the computer not back up yet.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I mean, how it sound now is
Your
probably
background.
expected.
It's audio sounds grainy. Just us hearing, the dead sound. And nothing is going on in your background. I was hear the
Oh, the
graininess.
compression.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that might be just a bit too tough. Uh, Shay, are you hearing us? It's showing you as muted.
Yep, all is good. All is good. I can hear you.
What's up, Shay?
Perfect. Perfect. What's up? How you doing, Shay?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Okay, I'm all right too. I'm just trying to get the other side of things going, and then we can get going.
All right. Cool.
All right, so Shade and I mean, you guys can cover it in a few minutes. How you guys doing? Otherwise, how's the week been?
It's been a
We
good
could
week.
well.
Been a good
Uh,
week.
you you've seen some of my happy times for the week. So I like I like your app.
Oh, yeah. The
So,
testing stuff. Yeah.
yeah, going good there. So, what earnings out? Earning season. Name of the
Oh
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, name of our game.
Yep.
Yeah, so to see now good amount of things out. I was looking forward to and just checking in on them and seeing what how do I say it? What's the verdict? Some things, yeah. And yeah, generate some interesting things. So I saw a Dash an article I was reading earlier around Tropical and their APO and how,
I saw that article. Actually, somebody sent it to me, and what do you think of it? What you thought of it?
I, I was wondering angle he was taking, like, is this a bad thing? That kind of thing. But then I also thought of it and I was like, yo, so the article is around how NIF took up most of the APO. Most of the
Yeah.
subscribe portion of APO was taken over NIF. And then I look at
Uh-huh.
that and I think, and I thought around it as well, was this was undersubscribed by a good amount.
Significantly, yeah.
So imagine if it wasn't undersubscribed, then that portion would be, watered out. I didn't do the math on it, but 71% of the APO was taken up by NIF.
Is it 71% of it was taken up, or 71% of what was raised was?
I never did the math. I'm going with what I remember as I read. But I'll bring it back up.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'll just check my history.
I'm going off history too. I'll get the thing. What I
And I should
what
be
I
good to make it more sensible.
well, yeah, if we
Yeah,
want,
and
but
I thought, yeah, so and I accounted for 71.78% of the shares taken up in about 500 million after 796 million ultimately
Wow.
raised, and they were going for 179 billion. So they raised around they raised less than a third of what they were asking. Not even like third can't even come to this conversation. All right. I mean, yes,
mhm,
okay, I'll use her. They were less than a third of the thing there, of what they were asking for.
mhm.
So NIF, if NIF were to take up that, the 71% of third, this would be closer to like 20 to 25% of the offer would be them if they had made that same thing, the subscription in a fully taken up APO.
Mm.
So if I'm going by, then this is what they would have wanted, regardless of what the outcome would have been. That's
Mhm.
me saying, boy, they've now taken a stake in the company at a level that they didn't plan to.
Wow. Ooh. Well, I don't know if they didn't plan to.
So I said if they go by the fact if they're offer if they were going for 500 million only, meaning no
Mm-hmm.
matter if you know they're the cycles and they subscribe they fill an application for 500 million,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, the percentage they would have been going for wouldn't be as much as what they have now.
Well,
They have a strong percentage of the company.
did it, you know, I didn't even follow up on that. What is that how it works, or was it? Did it do the full issue of shares? So you get the same
Mm.
amount. You get. I'm planning to raise $1 million. I'm issuing 1 million shares at $1 each. Um,
Mhm.
but I only got same APO situation. But I only got 200 grand. Do I issue I got 200 grand from two people who gave me 100 grand each. Do I split the million between those two people?
I think I lost what you mean. I don't see it as. I mean, typically, I think that you go for you take what you get.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like the percentage ownership that they got. Uh, I don't know. I misunderstood what you meant. My mistake there. They didn't issue the full amount. I get it. So if the full amount was issued, then my 500M
With a water
would,
though, it
yeah,
would be a little percentage of what they're going for. You know.
of what it is now. But because so little
Yeah.
was raised, my own
Yeah.
is
Is no a bigger portion of the company.
I get you. I wasn't thinking of that at all. Actually, I mean those are good points. Those are actually
But
strong
yeah,
points.
they carried this this APO. They carried it, bro. Like they were 500 in 700 raised.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so goes the APO, you know.
And out of 179 bill and they raised 700 1.79 bill and they raised 700. That is rough.
Beyond rough. I think.
Is it worse than Trapper? Is it worse than 138? I think so.
I think so because 138. I'm going off memory, but I don't think 138 was even able to make their minimum, right? Tropical at least made their minimum.
138 what do you mean 138 raised the minimum?
138
You're
never.
right. Oh yeah, I think so. Right? Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I don't think they hit their
So it might
minimum.
so are better in that in that regard.
Of
Oh,
course, of course, of course.
I don't know. My head was going right now. Thinking that 138 might have been thing there. They raised the money and it was at the minimum, so they take a look at them get situation. But now thinking of it, you might very well be right there.
Yeah, and 138. I don't know. Yeah, I like the thinking. I hadn't even gone that far. I read the article once. It was a big read. I said not Dashan's best. I read it and I thought,
Oh, yeah, it feels like that's what I said.
honestly,
What was the direction? It felt
let
like
me
they
tell you
want
what
too much
let me tell you
about
what I said. Let me tell you what I said. I read it and I said it says Dashan at the top, but it reads like David.
so I didn't I thought it was David.
It reads like a David article. Yeah, maybe I ask David to write that one
because
and yeah.
because I was looking at it and I was like I had the feeling of it's want to say something but it's not saying it, and I scrolled back up to check because I haven't seen David write this, and then I said, oh, it's Dashan. It's a thing there, so it felt like, especially in the face of what he's been doing recently,
Mhm.
it again his writing recently seems to have like a clear goal. You know, I understand where he's going with this, and then I see this and I was like, oh, what's going on? What exactly? What's the
Yeah,
purpose
like
of this?
what's the part? That's
It felt like
exactly what we were saying.
it felt like I want to say something, but me not say it.
Yeah, yeah. So for me, it felt like yeah, just like what's the point? What was the point?
Mm-hmm.
And what was the point? And that's a
I
common.
it's David in the way of you're reporting on the thing to speak about the thing, but not but like you're reporting, like you're actually just saying this, you know.
Yeah,
I heard this news and this is the news, not what. Okay, well, give me something about the news. So that's what they feel like. So I really I scrolled up to check. Oh, yo, who wrote this? That's on free. So
yeah,
yeah, but which is why I'm here talking about my own thoughts about it to that degree,
yeah.
more than what was actually said in the article. You know.
But that's good. I mean, your thoughts. I think
Oh yeah, always man.
Carry a lot more. More weight, at least in my book, carry a lot more weight. Uh,
Yeah, same. But it just again, it's I know my thought around it is around that kind of thing is I'm not reading it, so it just so it's no, it's all right. What will the public take from all the people that are reading this that are not me take from this?
uh,
Not much, unless they get unless they led along the line of the implied or the expected thought. Oh, this might be a bad thing, which I mean they can't really find that.
well, you see, that's a funny thing. That's how so much is looked at as bad, right?
Yes,
Because
exactly
yeah,
that because exactly. So it's okay. Is it bad? What exactly? Somebody will tell. I'm sure somebody will tell me this read it and tell me, boy, government bad thing, but they can't tell me what exactly about it will be bad.
yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
either. I can't.
but
But
yeah, but just again a proper update and just looking at somebody do the math for us. This is how much of the APO they took up, and boom, not much was this APO didn't raise much, and one person, like one subscriber took up a large majority of it.
yeah, and everybody else
Yeah,
get burned. And what price was that APO?
let me go
I
open that
mean,
thing.
yeah, the bottom line is end of the day, it's an APO. I don't mind. It's what happens, is what should happen, is what expected to happen. APOs are terrible. The funny thing is, well, I'm confident in saying that Tropical would have gotten a whole lot more. Tropical would have gotten a whole lot more in terms of their raise if they had they'd have gotten a whole lot more in terms of their raise if they had done a rights issue. And that's a comfortable
That's
guess,
what
I
that.
think. Yeah, easily. And their share price would not be floundering where it is now.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, they didn't give up the tax break for this. They gave up the tax break at another time, but
Mm-hmm. Part of the
uh,
whole yeah.
yeah, part of the whole play. So
Bad decision, bad decision, bad decision.
to me, boy, yeah, it looked like one raft of bad decisions behind another.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hey,
but here they are now. So,
exactly, exactly. All right.
but they know. So it's to me, but they also know at that in you're at the point where like with 138, we want to raise the money. We don't get the money. We have all these things in front of us, but they went forward on it in a way 138 didn't. All right, like so
I
them
don't.
raise money, them dilute the shares, them go on main market, and them still need the money.
Yeah, I don't think they had
And
much of
I
a
am echoing.
choice. I don't think they had much of a choice. If you hear an echo, I think that's on my end. Give me 1 second to fix that, and then we can get going. Uh, yeah, I think we're good to go. You still hearing me?
Yes, sir.
And you're not hearing an echo and Shay? You hearing me also?
Shay not on. I'm not seeing
No,
Shay
man,
on.
Shay on one.
Oh, I'm not seeing.
Oh, give her a second. Shay, you hearing us?
I'm hearing echo hard. Not sure why. Or maybe it's because better. I think it's better now. I'm not hearing it.
Well, me, I don't know. Maybe it's when I speak. Are you hearing the echo still?
No. Okay. I think it was the restream.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Early warm up, early to I tell the people as usual, early out. If you have anything you want to talk about, you want to hear your thoughts, send a speaker request and we'd love to hear it. Shay, I don't know if you're hearing us. We're seeing you, but you're not. I don't know what's happening there with Shay.
She's frozen. I have no clue.
Yeah. All right. I don't want to lose so much time. It's top of the hour. So I'm gonna just go live and then Shay can let us know when she's right back in. I don't want to lose too much time. Yeah, she looks like she's having a bad connection. All right. So let's go. All right, welcome everybody to this week's Brick Talk. I'm Randy. If you're watching the guy on the other side of the screen, it's Danai. And as always, I start off every episode by giving you a quick disclaimer that nothing I said on the show should be taken in any way, shape, or form as investment advice. We are just a bunch of people who like business, the market, especially the stock market, concentrate heavily on the Jamaican stock market, the Jamaican business space, but we're not constrained by it. And while Dana is a licensed investment advisor, while he's on the show, nothing he said should be taken as investment advice. And I'm not an investment advisor at all. So we're just three people who like talking about stocks. And the third person who you're not seeing or hearing currently is Shay. And when her connection starts out, she'll come back on. But having said all of that, welcome to this week's Brick Talk, earnings and burnings. So we want to cover the start of the earnings season. Yeah, it's the very first earnings season in 2026, and importantly, it's also the very first. How would I say? It's the first post Melissa earnings season. So it's yeah, it's a key earnings season because it's the one where we get to find out how a lot of industries and a lot of individual companies have been doing post Melissa. And coincidentally, it's on Friday the 13th, and it's also the first time in, is it 10 years or is it 11 years, Danai? 10 or 11 years since we've had new taxes?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's been a
yeah,
while. Whoa,
yeah. Wow, over a decade since we've had any new taxes levied.
that's money
Um,
tight.
well, also it's a hell of a run to pull that off. It's a hell of a run. Uh, yeah. So it's a momentous occasion, one way or another, right? It's a momentous occasion. So it's something that I think we should discuss, can talk. I mean, I am the beauty of something like this is that so much of it is so current. So
Mhm.
we just so much of it is so current. So we're just we don't have a lot of prep, if you will, right? The budget was just read, or I should say, the budget debate is ongoing. It's not officially done yet. There's still, I think the prime minister still has to speak. The opposition still has to speak. Uh, I don't think any of us are budget experts, but any budget experts that we have are welcome to, to in the audience are welcome to come in. But we're definitely giving you our thoughts on it and how we think it's going to impact the market, of course, because we always care about the market. That's always a major thing. Um, and so yeah, it's a nice little mix of the two: earning season, tax burning season,
Budget season.
and budget season. Exactly, that's the burning part, I think. So yeah, we can start off wherever you guys like. And how I'd say is, maybe to give it a little bit of structure, is the companies that have put out their financials so far. You can see it on my money trade. The companies that have put out their financials so far, we can each pick one and ones from it that are interesting to us, and yeah, let's pick one and go through. Tell us who you want. If you want to join us, by the way, we encourage people to join us. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitter or anywhere you want to join in the conversation, jump on Twitter, click the link on Twitter and send a speaking request. We'd love to hear from you. We'll accept the speaking request and we will get going with a nice, hopefully a very nice conversation. So having said all of that, welcome again. Yeah, long intro, long welcome. Think we all know it, right? So, favorite results so far, Dana?
Yeah, no, well, favorite. I guess I don't know about favorite, so I don't like doing that. But let me actually try. Um, favorite. I'll tell you what I found most what are up there for things I like that are interesting. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Genac, Iron Rock, Spurtree,
Ooh.
and Wigton.
Janet Iron Rock, Spur Tree,
Cargo
and
handlers as
Wigton.
well. Those are the ones that just hit in my mind the most since
Mm-hmm.
so far, since reading, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go with Spur Tree to start. Why? Because when we spoke about the hurricane, we spoke a lot about about Spur Tree, and
Yes.
around I even made sure to open back the results that came out around the hurricane time
Mm-hmm.
because my expectations of seeing it. It's funny because like I remember the hurricane and waiting for light to come back, light finally come back, waiting for internet to come back. I'm on the next internet, and then Spur Tree come out and we have spoken about it. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading the report, and boy, time hot. You go through the hurricane, and everything around the hurricane. How personal it is for you, and it would seem like Spurs, you never get a hurricane either, right? Like they have a whole outlook section where they tell you how good things have been going and what they expect to continue. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking and like, did these guys get a hurricane too? The last hurricane barely mashed them up,
Correct.
and this hurricane come and they are optimistic. In fact, they're expectant that good times will keep rolling. And
Ooh.
so this report comes out, and it seems like the hurricane came late for it. They finally experienced it, and they are significantly affected according to them.
Or in these latest results. All right, so just a
Yes,
top
sir.
line view of the Q4 results. The significantly affected Spurtree for that quarter reported slight increase. You almost call revenue flat revenue of 428.4 million,
Mhm.
0.63% higher than the same Q4 last year, meaning the previous year for Spurtree. So their 2024 Q4, and profit wise they're down in terms of profit 30% from the previous quarter, the same period last year. Again, last year being 2024. So,
Mhm.
what was the word they said they used? I mean, 30% drop
Yes.
in profitability is.
He said the quarter was significantly affected by Hurricane Melissa.
Mm,
It's a 30% drop in profitability. You see that?
that's what my money JA says. No,
Uh,
my money JA, I'm willing to put I have a choice, I have my neck on the line for my money JA, right? So, I'm pretty sure that it's correct. But what did they say?
Oh, I mean, I read the report and you're looking. I don't know. I'm not seeing that at all.
So that's the
I'm
funny
seeing,
thing, right? So you'd be looking on screen, what you seeing? 28.8 versus 28?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. They're pulling a JP.
flat.
No, they're pulling a JP. That's not wrong. That's correct. However, that is the profitability of the entire Spurtree Spices group. Now, when you talk about a piece that we as Spurtree Spices shareholders own, it's not quite the same. For the quarter, it becomes
Oh, yeah, okay,
17.
okay. I get
Yeah,
you. I
man.
get you. I get
Yeah,
you. I
man.
get
The
you. I get you.
NCI, them drop a whole heap out from non-controlling interest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a
As you
whole
should.
heap out.
Uh, uh,
Well,
is that more than 30? This is more than
right?
30, brother. This is down though. It's about half.
Uh, that is actually true. You're actually right. Well, well,
1731. Right.
1731. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
40 odd. But yeah, it quite a rough quarter in NCI and flat overall. So the whole operation outside of what uh, whole operation consolidated is flat. And what we own as shareholders of the company, what goes to our pockets,
Mm-hmm.
they're halfway thing there. So they finally felt the hurricane, and that's coming from a great year outside of this situation.
Mm.
Look on the, I mean, look on the 12 months. The 12 months, they're 30 million up and 4 million up in NCI
Yeah, I mean, on the 12
overall,
and
this
yeah.
and this is a flat. So this without this quarter showing, everything things look better.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's they finally felt the hurricane. So yeah,
It's making me wonder about the mix of the company though, because
Mm-hmm.
if your profitability is almost the same, your revenue is much lower.
Mm-hmm.
Yet when you hit the NCI, you hit the section.
NCI. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what is that then?
Mm-hmm.
That's what 49% of exotic. No,
Yep.
no, no, not exotic. No, it's not exotic. What's the other one that they bought?
Not exactly the Canco.
Canco.
Yep, that's Canco coming out.
But
And
Canco is Canco is pure Aki. I'm going off memory here.
I want to say yes.
Yeah, so yeah, I just you get my question there. Like, how's your
What are you thinking?
profitability?
Mm-hmm.
How's your profitability flat, but the section of your profitability that is attributable to us not flat is significantly dropped. It has significantly fallen. However, that mix, what does that mean? Was Canco not
That
affected?
no, that means Canco was affected.
No, no, no. But Canco is where the profit is, which is why you'd lose 49% of it, right?
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. So Canco is in there. Ah,
So
but
Canco is what made the profit. But then if Canco made the profit, how come?
how come with all the impact themselves from the Aki, right?
Exactly.
Was it to do with like the stock for sales? So sales were not necessarily bad in the quarter, but let me
So
actually read it again.
I don't. Well, I haven't read it, so I can't say. But I suspect that they wouldn't necessarily go through.
Yeah, I won't.
They won't. They
I'll
won't.
come to what they say. So if I
You know
didn't try
what?
and
Let's not
do it and
assume.
do that in mind.
Let's not assume. Let's not assume. It's a GK company. It um and GK does have co-packaging agreement. Just GK is mm,
We were supported by outstanding performance in the subsidiaries,
mhm.
along with a 16% improvement in the parent company.
I can color blue were directly affected.
Because I think about thing there. I'm looking at the wrong. I'm looking at the wrong. I still have Q3 open. My bad.
The hurricane struck at the early stage of the Aki crop, which is usually a significant revenue driver for the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. You know, I don't remember who it was. I was having a conversation with somebody. I think it was in Girl Group, and it was around. Was it Trinidad? It goes around the fact that Guyana hardly ever gets hit by storms, right? I think you
Mm-hmm.
can grow Aki in Guyana, and the company has a very tight link with Guyana. So maybe they should enter Guyana, meaning, and that's operationally enter Guyana,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is what the founder, is where the founder is from. I think he already does business there, so who knows? Maybe it might be a nice little hedging of risk
Of risk,
by
yeah.
yeah. So you don't have to worry about hurricane season because yeah, granted, Jamaica doesn't get hit by a hurricane every year. We don't get some amount
Mm-hmm.
of storms, and we have the rainy season. That's not new, but then that would allow you to move to risk off. It allow you
Mm-hmm.
to move to your risk off. Yeah, what's the fancy name for that kind of specific kind of risk? Geographic risk. Yeah,
Yeah, something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I guess it'd be geographic risk, and similar to what JP has done the same thing actually a couple
Mm-hmm.
years back when Ivan hit and they lost that part of the banana crop and your banana chips, and then they shift some of the banana chip production to Central America, and I suspect it just never came back because economies of scale is cheaper to make it there, better margins just to make it there and import.
Mm-hmm.
Might be something that
Mm-hmm.
these guys may consider, but I can't. I'd have to dive into this
But
deeper.
I think it might even be like what we said earlier last time we spoke about them, because they mentioned that their investments in processing and storage, which was a large thing coming out of Beryl. Remember how they fix up after Beryl because Beryl wiped out them crap and all that, and they were saying we need to have better things, we need to have better inventory storage and
control over their raw material inputs. Yeah.
Yeah, so they make sure that have better storage practices and whatever, just making sure that it's not only one time and all that. And they did mention something that seems like that. So it might be what we're talking about at that time. Where just they have things for sale, but they'll lose things that are underground, of course. So sales and money coming in might not necessarily be bad, but which it looks similar. It's something like that in the sense that boy Canco doing well because when it comes when half of it comes out, then we see a problem. That's really saying that's strongly saying that one piece that piece it was carrying after that weight for that quarter,
which then confuses me, like I said, because how
is it okay only
how
I forgot three chat.
Yeah, that's might be a dot, it might be nothing. Shay, what do you think?
Yeah.
Which one of these earnings do you care about, if any?
Care about?
Okay, I mean, interesting to see.
Interesting. All right. I think generally I'm just pleased that some like a bunch of the companies whose reports I looked at are kind of holding it together. Better than one would expect. Or one could expect given the huge hurricane and just how things looked after the
Hmm.
hurricane. So generally, I like that a bunch of companies seem to be holding it together, um, and even doing like well. You know, Wisynco seems to be doing pretty well. That's good. I mean, I kind of expected that because of the water thing mostly, um, but
That's a
it was
water
good
thing.
to see. People need water.
Yeah,
Lots of
yeah,
bottled
yeah.
water or a lot of bottled water was needed in
I mean,
these.
sales post Melissa. Okay, I get. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay,
I
yeah.
kind of saw, I kind of thought that one was going to be good for them, but I'm happy to see that they kind of did well. Um,
I guess.
for the
I mean, we think.
quarter. Yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, yeah. I'm with you. It's just Wisynco. It's Wisynco. They're not.
Yeah,
They're
it's
not gonna.
Wisynco.
They're not gonna
So
do.
there's
They're not
that.
gonna do badly. Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
No,
I
but I
mean,
didn't
bear in
expect
mind,
them to do
all of
badly.
this is new. All this is new to So you don't. It's not like you have to know it. It's just any company that you want to see, we can look at.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
because.
But I think also I found main event pretty interesting. Because I've kind of been worried about them. They're trying to go into doing their own events and more collaborating on events. So I was interested in seeing how that was going to play out. Um, and
Yeah. Or you like about them? Just one. You don't have to do a bunch. Just whichever one stood
Although
out to you.
maybe not in this earnings season, so they don't drop anything yet.
They
oh,
haven't dropped anything.
I mean, they dropped something at the start of the quarter, at the end of January,
End of
which they
January, yeah,
audited.
they did the audited then,
But
yeah.
was for it's October up to October, so
Yeah. Up to October last year. So it would have included one,
1 month
well,
or so.
1 month, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. But also it could be a very key 2 weeks.
That very yeah, good
Yeah, yeah, it'll be
indeed.
like 2 weeks, yeah. Who knows? Like if you have more events planned for last 2 weeks, and the first 2 weeks because there's also a long tail to, right? Because people pay deposits and that, well, I don't know if the revenue, they count the deposits in the revenue. I'd have to check. Initially, that is, or until they have the whole thing done. But yeah, people might be iffy about their event planning because of not knowing how the hurricane would have gone, and we'd have probably known about it. So maybe actually, yeah, maybe the month, because you'd have gotten the first week of October. Second, we had the holidays in October, and then after that, it's like, oh, it's coming. So yeah, maybe 2 weeks out of it. Maybe 2 weeks out of it. That's all. Not too much, but could be telling hell of a loss though. The book a hell of a loss for the quarter. Yeah, down by almost
But
half.
I want to see where they go with that. I'm kind of interested in seeing where they go with that.
That's main event.
Yeah,
Okay.
for the Q4.
Yeah.
Wi-
I mean, when we think of earlier the BrickTalk and us talking around main event and what do you call it? And holding their own events. That SVL link is not something we slept on. Specifically
Yeah,
with Caymanas. Just that location alone and what can be done there, I think that that's strong. I don't see them not using it up well.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I fully expect that they'll do well with it. It's just it's a matter of time. The truth, it's been a long time coming, so it's just I can only give them more, eh? But I don't think that's what we wait for.
yeah. I think they're suffering from success too. Main event specifically,
Mm-hmm.
meaning they're listed. They're not the only. They're listed, and it kind of cleared up the waters in their sector a bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
who's strong survive, who not so strong never make it, become
Mm-hmm.
suppliers or whatever. And so that I think they've made their competition strong also. And yeah, I feel like maybe they're topping out. I don't want to say they're topping out because the connotation behind that. I feel like in a typical thought, if you let's say you want to put on a big stage show or whatever, right? You have like two or three entities you can go to, and if it's big enough, even if you don't go to main event, you're going to have to use something from main event anyway, right? But then where does their future revenue come from? And so them obviously I'm not hearing what's happening in any of the other places because they're not listed, but at least the conversations I've heard from main event, is them talking about seeing the need to diversify revenue, diversify revenue sources and find something unique within that space to differentiate them from their competitors. If you want the big screen, you're not going to get the big screen from. You don't have to get the big screen from main event. You can get the big screen from somebody else. But what then does that mean for main event? And that, like you said, that Cayman as link, the biggest thing I think is the getting the revenue that nobody else can get in a way nobody else can get. What we had said, I think about how we had said it that night at the time, it was, I realized I don't think we actually said it on Brick Talk. Yeah, I don't think the conversation was on Brick Talk.
Mm-hmm.
The going deeper into the vertical, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, like if I have a party, them managing the whole thing and also being able to upfront revenue because you're selling the tickets or you're selling the tickets online. I just realizing that it wasn't on Brick Talk. So I
Oh,
referencing something that,
yeah, right.
yeah, that would make sense.
So I was talking about the essence of the conversation that was mentioned on BrickTalk. I don't think we dove into it strongly here, to be honest. I think just mentioning the SVL link and there's a good amount there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think an interesting thing I saw with this whole conversation around main event and them saying that after that, and I saw something recent. I saw a couple of people in the entertainment space, DJs, and they were speaking on Twitter, and they were talking about how venues, they feel, they said they're not really getting, they don't think they're getting a good deal on venues right now. Yeah, it's kind of making. I expect it's making the margins tight in that space. I was wondering around somebody coming in to solve that, and I think main event probably can do that kind of easily, or they're close. They're closest to home in that regard. So yeah, it was. I didn't get much of the conversation. I didn't want to talk about it with our thing there or local Grammy nominated investor.
Yeah. But who knows? Who knows? Why do you like it though? I mean, any of the results Shay, any of the results that you're thinking in terms of price movement or any other news? Because the earnings and burnings, obviously, there's like the big news around tax and Carreras
Mm-hmm.
and price movements. So, any hopes there?
Hopes in terms of price movements
Yeah, from results. Because well,
from results. I, I I I don't
I don't
expect
think
a lot,
I don't.
but
Mhm.
maybe Fesco did pretty well. Like Fesco moved today, I think, or yesterday and today. When did their results come out? Was that yesterday?
yesterday. Yeah,
Okay. So they got
yeah,
a little bump.
third
Yeah,
quarter.
Let's see.
that's funny. Strong third quarter, and Chase said, "I'm not really not gonna move much."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nobody
Which, yo,
But
cares.
listen,
which, that is that's the truth. The
reality.
proof of
Yeah,
people's
that's
expectation.
yeah.
When you say it, Randy, it's almost thing there. It's almost like when I'm looking at results, I'm not look. It's usual like something has to do more than so and say more than so for me for
Uh-huh.
it to expect a real movement and it's not and it's not even when I say more than so it's not even the profits are really good. It's maybe them saying something in there that hinting at something. Like I'm
Exactly.
typically looking for in terms of like, the results can cause some movement. No,
Yeah.
it's
What
not
else is
even.
there?
To me. It's not even the results because it's not like us expecting to see a profit and or see the numbers and say, oh yeah, man, the price are gonna move off. It's more something said or
Mm-hmm.
something in the numbers that makes me expect something later though, rather than a reaction to the price.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more that. It's more okay. When I go in, it's like I'm checking to see if you're managing, if you're doing your thing, and that's kind of like the preliminary thing. And then it's okay, well, what else do you have going on? What do you have planned? What's great? You're maintaining, then what?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about results. Um I think Omni, we could talk about that. I don't know much about that company, but they seem to have had a good quarter.
Omni, Omni. That's not.
I got open, but I don't read it really yet.
And I think Omni is
What
one of
did
the
you do?
first to drop to they drop the fourth quarter. Yeah. So go ahead,
Oh
Danny.
yeah, right. I did read this. I did read this. Yeah. It's them change up things, man.
Yeah, man.
They made as much of a profit as they made as a loss in the same period last year.
So last year they had a loss of 19 million, and this year they have a profit of 28 million.
19. 24 mil.
And look if they're not doing the
Okay.
same thing in the
Oh,
fourth
same thing,
quarter.
same thing, same thing,
Yeah,
same thing, same thing. Very
can hide
likely
a
same
lot
thing.
that way, Can hide a lot that way, and a lot is hidden, quote
Wait,
unquote, hidden
wait,
that way.
wait, wait. I'm not seeing them thing there. I'm not seeing them bit at all. That's interesting.
24, actually, right? 24 million as a loss
Fourth quarter last
in
year.
the fourth quarter last year. Yeah. Although I don't know if this is the audited.
No,
It's the
it's not.
audited number.
Probably
Yeah.
On a,
not.
on a, on a,
Yeah, it's
well,
unaudited, but you think that they quote it. That's a problem that we have sometime when it comes to the
oh yeah,
data,
okay, oh okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say that. I was saying, what did they quote their audited results
I
when
don't
they
know.
when they?
I don't want to say it one way or another.
Yeah, I hate when I hate when we check it back sometimes and you realize, oh really, the audited when I get the audited came and set things straight, and the reporting isn't the reporting no in another unaudited period isn't referencing the audited that they got. I find that to be dumb and downright lazy. Audited
Oh.
negligence, but either way, it's not good. So yeah, but yeah, they quite a turnaround in the quarter in the hurricane quarter,
Mm-hmm.
which in a lot of ways is up there, Addy. one of the construction guys that we honestly not necessarily my fave in that regard. So if you are Chase and you like it, but
What that?
Omni, which I don't know
Omni?
which one you guys
Like
which
is
one
a
you guys
strong
say.
word.
What about it then?
I just thought it was interesting. That I'm all, even
Interesting
if
those
I
as
don't
much as like
care, I want you to be doing well. I want to see people managing companies managing them and handling their business. And that's kind of what I was hoping for going into this earnings season, that everybody wouldn't come out and say, "Boy, guys, rough." I didn't want
Hope
that. I didn't
hope is
want
a
that vibe to perpetuate the market.
Well,
yeah, but game is a game. Like especially in the face of actual disaster, actual probably something actually happened. If it's to I mean yeah, doom and gloom and da 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 da. But if things actually something rough actually happen, eh?
Mhm.
mhm.
So I mean I wouldn't want it to be a doom period. Typically I want to hear say I want to see the thing and people expecting and they take it as it is. This is rough and then take it in stride and work accordingly. Versus oh boy, things bad, balling, moaning and groaning. That's what I'm there for. But they just if it bad, it bad.
Yeah, of
And
course.
as usual, like look on like spur tree. I, I don't want the idea as usual to be that. As usual, I don't want the idea to be that me seeing them not necessarily do well within the quarter. I don't means I'm writing them off for it. But I want to. I am. Nah, how do I say this? Well, something like I'm saying. I'm going to say I'm very okay with it. They can do bad. That's fine. Uh, the
Mhm.
the thing that I have to look at more than anything is how I act with that in mind. I have to act accordingly. You'd have to sit down and say, okay, this bad might even reflect it, as Randy said, the thing that he asked about if things any price movement of it. That can be one of the things. Typically things react more easily to the bad news than the good news. So a bad report might will more easily cause the price to fall than a good report will cause it to rise.
Mm.
And if the price falls in the face of this, then boy, so it go. Uh, my time. I might just end up buying for a cheap price because it might fall air quotes too much. It might become undervalued because people looking at the bad now and say, "Oh boy, this bad it's not looking good," and I don't want it. So them sell it down to a point where when I'm looking at it, I'm like, "All right, this is bad," but when they recover, I expect this to be to be worth more, and I think the market will react and things will be in place. And then when I'm buying it now, I'm buying with the mind of all right, it's wherever it goes to is better than the price it is now.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, so all that to say, well, the industry guys usually say it overcorrects. Like, oh boy, the price fall too much because this thing is worth more than the bad it is. The more than the bad you think it is, because you only really think of it as worse than it is because of the current bad time.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I have no issue with the price falling and me getting that opportunity to think that because if things were always good, yeah, if things were always good or just stable and thing that then we'd have way less opportunities
Yep.
as
A
investors.
whole, a
So
whole lot less
sometimes
opportunities there.
the body is just all right, cool. Maybe the good will come, and I want to be buying when things are thing there or aren't looking so hot. So when it's actually hot, people will see the value and would buy it from me at this higher price.
Yeah. In fact, you need the bad.
Yep.
Yeah, you need the
You
bad.
fearful when others are greedy, eh?
Exactly. But I mean,
All right.
going off that same point though, remember there's no such thing as all bad for everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's never
Mm-hmm.
all bad for everybody.
Mhm.
In the case of Omni, I would not. The hurricane is not a bad thing for them. It's actually a boon for them, right? It's going to be something that causes them to earn more. They're one of the companies
Yes.
that benefit from it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and
Mm-hmm.
so,
Mhm.
no, go over here. Let me hear.
So the thing I liked in the report, they're like, "Yo, things rough, you know." Like things they want to sell you on
How
yo
hard it
things rough
was.
in a Jamaica, things rough in a Jamaica.
I
We did
liked
Yeah,
it.
well though.
right.
Like yo, I know I make it sound like say I'm happy with in and eating and all of that starving,
Exactly.
but people are starved, things are rough, but
Yeah,
we sell the food they need.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, and I think so. The question is, at least for me, is this one of the like how much? The question for me, looking at this all of these results, is what's the actual impact here? What's the actual post Melissa impact? Because the
Mm-hmm.
beauty of it also, it being a fourth quarter, a lot of these will be audited. Some of them might be
Mm-hmm.
unaudited, but you don't have much room to hide.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someone like the insurers can kick things forward, but you don't have much room to hide. Um, and I was thankful for that. So like for Omni, seeing it, yeah, 50% increase in revenue year on
Mm-hmm.
year. That's I think that's straight and clear. Because this quarter for Omni is straight and clear Melissa. It's post Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
So it is literally the recovery quarter. And
Mm-hmm.
the revenue increased by 50%. Uh, and I'm thinking about I know companies, how companies will do. There's going to be a price increase on top of that. I mean, there have already been price increases in some things, and there'll be more price increases on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
But
it's it.
yeah, I think the insurers they mentioned, like I even thought around them and said, it's the kind of thing where we might not even be seeing the full of it yet.
Hmm.
That they might have. Hey, it's not typical that your boy the claim necessarily hit right. Then, so we might be seeing just the start of it. It might. I would say it might even go over into next quarter, but it might even be the current quarter we're in right now, but
Might
could even be
be.
longer depending on how things work out for them. And I expect that they might want to just stretch out the loss as much as possible. Yeah,
You
you
can
don't
do
want to
that,
call the claims one
yes.
time. You don't want to call the claims one time. You can't run the bank
Yeah, that makes
hard.
sense.
Yeah, so that's somewhat in their best interest. But yeah, it's the quarter that the thing happened. So we're going
Mhm.
to see the different companies have different impacts. As you said, the thing the insurance. I think insurance and construction will see that differently. With that even thing there, construction we'll see a good. I don't think we're seeing all of what all of the good that will happen for
Oh
construction.
no.
Like,
Oh
things still
no.
happening. Things never fix. Like, it's not like Jamaica don't fix back yet.
No, no,
Yeah.
like
So
there's so much more left to do.
so exactly.
Because
Yeah,
remember that a
exactly. So
lot of what the work that was done in the 2 months that followed, which would be reported now, was just
mhm,
cleanup. A lot of it
mhm.
was just cleaning up. A lot of it.
Are those preliminary fixes
Yeah, just cleaning up,
and yeah, like,
clearing
this can be a good
debris.
money for them for a good long while.
And it's, they kind of got started with rebuilding
Hmm.
later.
Yeah,
Because
rebuilding a new
it's
building just start.
Yeah, because
So
now when I go west, I'm literally seeing people on roofs and people actively building stuff down there. So I know that the numbers are seeing now for construction people, the companies in that sector, we're not seeing it yet. Not really.
so them first money and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, man, they're just getting started because a lot of the work that happened in the first couple of weeks was just cleanup. It was just clearing stuff and just seeing where we are with stuff. Um, so yeah, I think it's going to continue in the numbers definitely for this quarter.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's the looking. I'm looking for. always. I'm always looking for a lead indicator. So for me, this
Mhm.
quarter specifically from Omni is extremely important. It is a leading
Mhm.
indicator of what the actual post Melissa cleanup, as you say, and reconstruction business can look like.
Mm-hmm.
50%. So here I'm looking heavily on the revenue line,
50%
right?
of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looking heavily on the
57
revenue line. Yeah,
yeah.
that's a whole new business. The
Mhm.
hurricane couldn't come at a better time for them.
Mhm.
Um, then you also when you take a look also on how that revenue works its way across the business. You look at what the actual cash look like, how cash looks for them coming in. They were bleeding negative cash at the end of last year.
Mhm.
End of this year, 15 mil cash, right? And I wouldn't be
Mhm.
surprised if a large amount of that 15 mil cash is meet how this thing works is from the fourth quarter. Uh, yeah, it's just it's yeah 57 that stood out to me immediately. That 57% increase
Mm-hmm.
specifically on revenue for the fourth quarter. That is where
Mm-hmm.
you know that the certain industries are going to see are seeing, not are going to, are seeing a massive
Yeah.
increase in their
Mm-hmm.
numbers, right? And they're not necessarily after this is their Christmas. No pun intended, even though it was a Christmas quarter. This is their Christmas. Record revenue, 2.2 billion, record profits
Mm-hmm.
annually. And I think that fourth quarter made a world of difference. So granted, they've been doing well for the last two quarters before that,
Mhm.
but yeah, from the turnaround, I think they did some turnaround work in the first quarter last year. The last two quarters after that, Q2, Q3 gave them like, okay, we're on top of things now a little bit more. And again, sound terrible to say, but the hurricane couldn't come at a better time for them. But I'm looking at that as a
Perfect storm.
yeah, man. I'm looking at that as a precursor for everything in the construction industry, everything.
Appropriate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what is it going to look like? 'Cause it allows you to just like we are saying earlier. I mean, I don't want to go too deep into my whole methods and all of that, but you want to predict how the companies are going to fare. And just like we are saying earlier, the reality is people talk more about results than actually move against them unless there's something outsized happening.
Mhm.
And so
Mhm.
you want to catch the outsize if you can, right?
Mm-hmm.
Outsized increase in revenue from a well-run entity should work its way into outsized profit, which in some entities should work its way to maybe outsize
Guys,
or
dividend,
yeah,
which is a big deal nowadays, eh?
yeah,
Yeah, I think you've been saying for more than the past year. It's really good to look, at this point to be able to predict a dividend because how much of the conversation, how much actual activity is focused around that in the market right now. So
yeah. Well, not well. A lot of I think a lot of the activity in the market is focused around the things that I'm looking to see the precursors of.
mhm.
Uh Fesco is one. I think Fesco is an easy one. If you were willing, this is those who are willing to make those kind of bets,
Mhm.
because you are timing something. And
Mhm.
Fesco have a whole lot more factors around it that would have made the timing easier, I think. But this like what's happening with Omni here. Do you think about Atlantic, right? I think it's a nice,
Mhm.
easy push, uh, a nice, easy push towards thinking about Atlantic, and then like I said, a well-run entity. Now, I'm not saying that Atlantic must have great results or anything, any such thing at all. Although I'm looking forward to results, and it will be October, November, December, I think, for Atlantic. But
Mhm.
I'm also looking to see. Well, I think well-run. Not that Atlantic isn't well-run, but I'm actually thinking I like Carib Cement.
Mhm.
Yeah, right? Omni doing all of this. I wish Arc Manufacturing was listed, although maybe they'll IPO soon, who knows. But I wish Arc Manufacturing was listed. I wish Tankwell was, geez, I wish
Tranquil.
yeah,
Wow.
oh God, I wish Tankwell was listed.
Mm.
Although Tankwell being Tankwell, who knows, it'd probably be a lame, quote unquote, lame listing.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So,
I'm surprised you mentioned CHL. We'll also pick your
well,
results.
Jaja.
yeah, well, because I haven't been, well, like I say, I wanted to see how we pick it, or you pick, everybody can pick one. And yeah, I thought Omni, I like that she mentioned Omni. And I wasn't even thinking of coming here for it, but Omni was, it stood out to me because I think it was one of the first set of results that were released.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking for it, like it was released 2 days ago. And I was looking specifically for Omni as a precursor to know, hey, how is the construction, reconstruction, manufacturing um, in the construction or construction adjacent
Mm-hmm.
space looking? And yeah, that 50 odd percent increase in profit, in profit, in revenue was a good sign in my view. I did also look at CHL. The one I would pick, um, although I'll pick, and if anybody wants to talk about or have us talk about a company, you can also send a speaker request and we'll look at the company that you have in mind or any situation you want to talk about or the tax stuff. But yeah, the one that
Wow.
I
CHL.
wanted to pick wasn't CHL, was actually ROC. Yeah, I wanted to see what Iron Rock would look like.
Mm-hmm. Ah, yes, yes, yes.
Again, for the same reasons, to
Mm-hmm.
see what does a hit look like. Well,
Mm-hmm.
increase in revenue. And I haven't even gone through the results, so I'd be going through it fresh. Increase in revenue, hitting profitability in the fourth quarter. I'm surprised that they even reported profit for the fourth quarter, considering that every quarter this year they've reported a loss.
Mm-hmm.
So profit in the fourth quarter. So for the year they're reporting a loss of 1.4 million.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, when he gets it all out to shareholders of 1.4 mil, and with it not being a bigger loss because of them, yeah, because of them having some business in this quarter. Q3, 10 million loss. Q2, 23 million loss. Q1, 7 million loss. So you put that all up against the profit of 40 in the fourth quarter, it wasn't enough to overcome that. So they're still reporting a loss for the year. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so Iron Rock is my look at, how does Melissa impact the companies where it could have a bad effect, or what is that insurance payout looking like? And also, a portion of that insurance payout is going to make its way back through the revenue lines of other companies too. So you want to know what kind of payouts um, could be happening. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of really with Iron Rock, which is Iron Rock being my pick for it. High increase in revenue. As I said, I'm looking at it properly for the first time too. So increase in revenue and rise in investment income. Did GNAC also put out some?
Yep.
I don't know if GNAC is one of them.
Yes, they did. I didn't get a chance to look at it though.
I
Let's
have to
see.
Gina Cole did. I did look and so it. I like Gina is doing well, my brother.
Yeah, I glanced at it and I was like, okay, well, I still have it open actually because I'm like, yeah, I
Mhm.
need to look at this properly. But yeah, looking pretty good. But like Dan, I was saying
I'm
earlier,
looking for the hurricane,
kind of
but
Word.
also why I did think that why I did look at it why I did think around the thing that maybe we're not seeing the impact exactly yet,
mm-hmm.
or
Yeah,
but let me bring it back up. Where
the
is it? Thomas,
Momentian.
it's somewhere here. Yeah, there it is. The quarter was really good for them.
Yep.
This quarter includes their new subsidiary.
I don't believe
95
so.
million,
It
95
does.
million in profit, which is 191% increase on the loss. No. Ooh.
Oh.
Profit of 32 mil the year before, 95 mil now, just in the fourth quarter, 191% increase. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
ooh. Hmm.
Yeah, but I want to do a
Did it
proper
include?
look though.
Yeah. What you have in mind?
I want to do a proper look at them because I looked at it and I was like, oh, this looks good, but I haven't actually like looked properly.
Yeah, that's it's a.
We can pick. Like I said, no, we
If
would have to go through all of them, and I certainly don't want to go through all of them. It's not the news. So if you want to pick, yeah, you can each pick one.
Nothing there. Is there anything specifically you want to look for, Shay, in general?
No, it's a stock I play with sometimes. I just want to kind of look what they're up to.
Mm-hmm. It should include acquisition, right, Andy? Or
I don't remember.
the
But
the
let's see. I don't usually check the
the notice the
MD&A
notice the notice
until
was in,
after.
the notice was in November. It's the thing.
But what did the notice say? You know how that
That's
got
it.
to.
That's
Yeah.
exactly that. So Jenna's parent company. Oh yes, the parent company bought in there because they didn't buy it. The parent company, 100%, and the idea was some which way that Jenna could acquire it. So the parent company bought it. Most bought it, not Jenna.
That's so weird. So
So
why would Jenna announce it?
because it hasn't reached them yet. It's more the intention.
They also revised their
Well,
dividend.
subsequently become a subsidiary. So yeah. So that's what it was.
Why would they report it then? Intention to
Hey, the plans.
complete a transaction which will create a leading Caribbean insurer.
Mm-hmm.
Beacon will become a subsidiary of Genac.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Beacon will become a subsidiary of Genac. We spoke about this already, Dana. I say about that. Just that move ahead of the move, parent by
Mm-hmm.
move
Mm-hmm.
the subsidiary, broker it via your brokerage.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all in-house. Yeah, PB Scott team. I didn't know. I want to silent, but with them really silent. The moves certainly speak for them, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not joking with this thing at all.
At all.
So then, yeah, the question becomes: Does it include? Does it
No,
include it? No,
not as
it
far as I
doesn't.
know.
Yeah, I don't think it. I can't. I would
It was
think it
in the.
doesn't either.
I don't see anything in. I don't know if I saw anything in there. I even forgot that. So my whole thinking was it was announced in January, and then when it said it just knows that wait, you're right. It was in the quarter. It was November because I remember it was right after the thing there. It was for me it was a little bit after the hurricane
Hmm.
because I remember that because I didn't have good internet, so I could only see bits and pieces of conversation in the group, and yeah, so yeah.
Well,
So I saw that bit and I was like, wait, what? But yeah, um, we did expect a lot from them with the move to the main market and all that. Not necessarily one of the most these guys aren't the frivolous guys, eh? Move to the main market for
for no reason, yeah, just for
yeah.
no reason. I think there's some very clear reasons. Although
Mhm.
we still haven't really seen why yet, right?
Yeah.
Imagine they move to the main market and make more profit. Somebody should tell such people. That's how you do it, right? Uh, and owners of general accident, more profit still.
Hmm.
This might really not include Beacon.
I don't think it does because they haven't told us. Denak hasn't acquired it as far as I know.
You know what it? Yeah, I'm with you with that. You know what it might include? It may include, not may, it definitely includes Atlantic.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, it definitely includes Atlantic. And they book Atlantic via investments. They book the share price.
So I believe, as far as I know, based on what I know, yes.
Huh.
You're hoping to share profit.
No, no. I almost always prefer the share price. Yeah, man. I like when the driver is tied to the share price.
That's
Yeah, I
understandable.
like when the driver is tied to the share price. Uh, well, you have to be able to drive.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Well,
probably
well,
Atlantic. I mention it because Atlantic in that quarter, I have this right, yeah, October, November, December. So Atlantic in that quarter, the share price went up 61%.
mm-hmm.
And as we know, the one of
uh,
the largest shareholders, yeah, is Genac. Genac is the third
it,
largest shareholder.
so the thing is, I want to remember the conversation we had around Atlantic's move. Because again, which is why we like when things are at the share price, and possibly I don't know if we ever had it. That's why I don't want to say it exactly, but but it was around Genac's ownership of Atlantic and the movement in the share price being good for them in this time, and maybe some possibilities of those shares moving around. But I don't know where we had the conversation, so I'll just leave it right there for that.
Yeah, yeah, in bold lines though, yeah, it's a nice move. 60% in the
Mm-hmm.
assets, investments, the investment kind of split the business that way, like insurance, yeah, insurance and investments. Um, 93 cents to, so they enjoyed that rise almost more than everybody
Mm-hmm.
else.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They enjoyed that rise very, very well. 93 cents to end the year at $1.50.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, $1.42, $1.42, $1.50. The VWAP, yeah. I mean, either way, 60 odd percent increase in it. That's what they actually said. How they do split the business. Yeah, investments last year for that quarter, 411.7. This year for that quarter, 568. And Atlantic wasn't listed last year this time, right? They owned it, but it wasn't listed. So it would have been what, flat? It would have been flat because it wouldn't have been yeah, the IPO was in the first quarter of 2025. So you couldn't book at the IPO price either. That's impressive. And that's them being saved by stocks. Hmm. I know I'm going to have to spend time looking at insurance properly though, because I want to understand the hit. Like where the hit has to show somewhere. No, the hit doesn't. I mean, a lot of these guys are just pass on entities, right? We buy we buy the bigger insurance policy. There's reinsurance. You get insured. We're the middlemen essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So and the middleman thing work both ways. So if the hit comes, I'm passing the hit on to the reinsurance. Well, how much of that hit can the reinsurer force you to take?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yeah,
Insurance don't lose. Insurance
yeah,
don't lose.
insurance don't lose at all, right? Uh, wow. Yeah, not bad. I don't know. Anybody want me to look at anything else? You can let me know. Anybody, you can jump on, send a speaker request, and we'll look at it. Uh, or if anything, you guys, I mean, Shay and I, you're first in line with each of us, so we're first in line for each other. So if you want to get our views on anything, um, feel free to
Uh,
ask.
Mm-hmm.
we touched on tropical, or you guys talked about it a little bit in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Um, but we didn't actually talk about their numbers,
Results.
did we? No.
Did they put out results?
Yes, sir. That are audited results.
Was it good?
I'm opening it. Where is it? Boy, I have too much tabs in, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah. So for the fourth quarter, profit was up, coming from a loss of the same period last year, same
Oh yeah,
period the year
that's right. They
before.
did say.
Loss of 345 million versus a profit of 190 million, and revenues up 52%. So revenues up to over 2 billion. They broke 2 billion in a quarter, which is a broke. I don't know if they, yeah, I think that's the biggest quarter they've ever done. 2 bill, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, biggest quarter they've ever had.
That's tropical.
Yeah.
Big up them.
Oh, my money tells me now.
Yeah, so biggest quarter they've ever had. 2 billion in revenue. Biggest quarter in terms of revenue, yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised it's also maybe the biggest. No.
Mhm.
In terms of profit, I don't maybe the
I
190
don't think so.
mil. Uh I don't know.
Uh, those margins. But
190 mil.
the a larger shareholder base too.
NIF. Ah, 190 mil. Um, you might be the best quarter ever. To let's see let's see if there's more to it. Well, I don't think they broke the quarter out.
I don't think they didn't break the cost out. No, they didn't. Let's
Yeah, they didn't
see.
break the quarter out just the year. But I'll tell you the numbers for the quarter there. So that gave them a nice year. Then yeah, it gives them their first profitable year
Yeah,
in a because they made a loss last year.
yeah, man, return profitability. That was it. They had an article out on it as well. So, yeah.
190 million in the fourth quarter
Mhm.
is bigger than every single year's profit except
Year.
for 2022.
Uh-huh.
That quarter had more profit than
Than years.
years, every single year in their existence except for 2022.
Mm-hmm.
What's in that quarter?
Wait.
Major acquisitions. The, well, that's what they said. Integration of major acquisitions or something like so. Um,
Well, you
what
see them
else
said it's
there?
like on our earnings call. They did an
No
earnings
man,
call.
in the report. In the
Report.
report.
Let me see if I open the right thing.
Oh, you mean they did this? You mean they wrote it?
The thing outside. Yeah, that.
Oh,
Yeah, that
okay.
thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, give them a talk. Make sure we give them a talk, bro. We now just make it just so.
You could have put a page in front of the audited. No one would
You
care.
No.
can. I wonder why I make it us. I sometimes I wonder if it's that they don't know how to edit a PDF.
You know what? Anyway, um, mm,
Hey, record breaking financial performance, bro. I know my favorite parts about when I see things like this when they
what's that?
mention record breaking financial performance. EBITDA.
Well, in the US, don't have to speak US. Yo, no joke though. One of the reasons why I love the market is that even a terrible situation can become a good situation, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Rose batteries, battery tech, if they're actually serious about battery tech with US production, if they do that,
Mhm.
and lean into it seriously. I could see Rose batteries being acquired away from them if I don't know if one of the war making companies wants homegrown battery tech. Drone warfare
Mhm.
is the modern way to fight. Um, and the beauty of something like that is that that would have an impact on the share price. The news of something like that would have an impact on the share
Mhm.
price, and
Mhm.
you could get it for cheaper than the APO price, right?
Mhm.
And I'd love to take that I'm above. Even if I saw that happening, I'd never buy. I'm buying, of
Never,
course,
Of
never fall for
course.
it.
of course.
Money is there, eh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
about the
Well,
money.
yeah, and I mean, there's an established way amongst those of us who know to make profit post APO, right? It certainly starts with not being in it for the
Mhm.
APO. Don't right? It's like the
Step
best way to
one.
the
Don't
best way to
be.
buy a burnt out distressed property is to not be there when the fire is happening. So
Yes.
yeah, so you it's a joke I want to make around that, and I shouldn't make that joke. But yeah, if you're buying burnt out properties, or if you're making that work for you, it certainly is definitely best to not be there when the fire is happening. Um, and you can come in after the fire, and it'll be great. I just think about the whole Rose batteries aspect, and it being a US manufacturer of batteries and custom batteries in the same tech space, and the new war is space, and the new business is space and war, right? Which is the old business, space and war. Um, so yeah, there could be something there. Yeah, and I'm happy to have not had to sit through it. So if I see anything good there,
Exactly.
yeah, if I see anything good there. Funny enough, also, that talk about the APO rose, because I mentioned it here. APO generated 643 million net, right? And
Mhm.
David Dashan told us that NIS took I don't care what
500.
he said. Yeah, let's my money J wonderfully will tell us who all the shareholders are. So the NIF took whatever that huge chunk is. You can work it out in whatever the APO price was. But the NIF taking that piece means that what we say was 5 out of 7. That's what you were on it. So like roughly
Yeah.
7. So five out of 7. And
Well, 643 raise, it's 5 out of 650.
yeah, 643
Oh, no,
net.
no, 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 net. It's a five
Yeah,
out of 5 out of 7, 5 out of 7.
five out of
Don't
seven.
confuse that. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 out of 7 is a good enough thing. 70 odd percent. I mean, 30% of the APO elsewhere. Um, hmm, hmm. There could be opportunity in the burnt out building.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. And a big part of this that it's on the strength of one quarter. That much strength is in one quarter.
Hmm. I love how stocks allow us to be wagoners.
Of
Mm-hmm.
course.
Yeah, yeah, I don't have to be there for the good times.
I'm not trying to stick around. Like, we're not married.
Yeah, go through
It's
it
not
when you go
better or
through it.
worse. It's
It's not
just,
just,
we can hang out sometimes.
yo,
Either better, goodbye, worse.
yeah, I don't think anybody bought this APO, bro. NIF?
I mean, NIF bought everything.
No, 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 but the part that NIF didn't buy, tropical
Oh yeah,
pension,
yes,
tourism
exactly,
workers pension, so that's government.
exactly.
First Jamaica UE pension, that's government adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Everybody brand new.
It reminds me a lot of who did also do another APO that was is the VM one, VM with KP REIT.
KP Reed.
Yeah, where nobody, in my view, I don't think anybody. I think it was all VM and VM plus.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of, you pay for it over so it don't look so bad. If you care about the feelings of the thing, if you're looking at the numbers of the thing, it look like it's just VM and VM plus who bought. So Nobody really participated. There's implications there.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Tropical. And have they paid off Signos? Signos, I guess, Signos will get a whole heap of that money. And then Signos also got shares, fifth largest shareholder now. Uh, huh. And they even spoke to it. Acquisition of Roseback is significantly expanded the group's footprint in the US market, specifically within the aerospace, defense, and the medical device sectors. All three of those are,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, all three of those are great areas. Yeah, drone warfare, and drone warfare results. Hmm. Mm. What did you like about this? Why you mentioned it, Shay?
Increases in profitability. Um, and that they came from a loss, yes? Yeah, they did, right? Did they?
Yeah, yeah. Last year was a
Yeah.
massive loss, 154 million.
Came from a loss. Um, and are now in profit. And I guess I want to see if them can do it again.
I mean, do what again though?
Do it again. I'm not impressed if you do it one time.
I mean, just yeah. Well, then.
Basically, every quarter. We want this. Me too.
Do it
I
again.
mean, I'd have to I'd have to properly break down the numbers, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
But
also.
and I'll take out, I've actually pull out Q3, Q4 by itself and say what's actually going on here.
Mm-hmm.
What good thing to look at? Good possible opportunity.
Yeah. So that's I found that like maybe there's something there.
Well, the revenue, I'm assuming the revenue is real enough. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but do it again.
I mean, to me, Tropical is not the easiest company to do this level of those, of a one little something something.
yeah, it's not.
Because I got to revenue is real. That so unless the company they have, unless the new thing is just like a one quarter company, then it'll be hard for it to just So I at least I agree with. I think in my mind right now, it's very likely that it will happen again.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
But
Based on the
but I've break
notes I
it out.
have.
Yeah, but I've break it out and properly upon it.
yeah, yeah. It must happen again. And also, the hyperbolic statements aside, uh, like the guy never gave up a tax break for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the
That's true.
growth,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah, the growth of the business. I don't think I don't think if anybody ever thought that we had an issue with the growth of the business, like, there's no question around that. The question is like the route that you choose to take in
Mm-hmm.
order to carry out the growth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you give up a tax break. I'm never going to be okay with that, but it must be so big that you think, yo, forget the tax break.
Forget the
Yeah,
tax.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Money. Because
yeah,
more money than
We have said that
than
before
I was
here.
saving.
yeah.
Like it better be worth it if you're going to do something like that.
I don't think anything
It
is worth
must
it.
be.
I don't think it needed to be given up, but that's I can say anything from my position. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure that it didn't need to be given up. There's ways that you could have in yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what do I know? I'm not in investment banking.
Yeah, we
Uh
just talk about stocks on online on Fridays.
I'm pretty. Look on the thing there. Look on the net cash position operating activities.
Tell me, I don't want to move off this. I'm looking for something. So tell me.
163 million
Uh
compared to negative 546 last year.
huh. Sorry,
Okay.
what's that?
The net cash provided in operating activities.
Okay, 163 million provided from operations versus
Negative 546.
yeah. And they're Tyroning. Like everybody getting better at them business now. Everybody buy companies and the companies doing well for them. Your turn, Tyrone. Yeah, this is trade receivables over a billion. The impairment alone. Yeah, this is actually worth, in my view, worth digging into.
Mhm.
Treasury shares. Hmm, Treasury shares. Why would they? You know what? I'm not used to going through results and not being able to speak freely. It's a good one. It's a good one that you brought up, Shay.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good one. You own any?
I do not. I've
Or-
played with it, but currently I do not. I just actually looked at it the site today. That thing that they did, what the executive summary, them call it, whatever. Um, and I was like, you know what? This looks like a thing. This looks like a thing that's happening. Something's happening.
Well, they did an executive summary where I've been out of it all day, so I don't like it.
That
Is
thing
a
there,
post?
man.
That's it a post?
No, man. On JC News.
Oh,
Maybe
you talking about this?
I hear a thing they send me there now. So
Yeah, but I don't. I don't.
I never said him this in you.
Yeah. Not only that, it's not me, right? It's the whole thing.
that's true.
Yeah, it's not me. It's not
I
me.
know, but it's literally because of you why I know
No, that's
this.
good. That's good. Just tell me that it's working. It's just I never looked at it.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it works. Where did I
Wait,
even
what I
find
exactly?
it?
What do you
Right now
mean?
I just have my notes, but it was JSC News. Let me just search.
Yeah, it's probably it's probably something from my money JA or the feed that just would have made
Mm-hmm.
her see it. But I think what you're talking about is just this, the page, right? The page that they have on the JC site. So this.
For this?
Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing
Oh,
Dana,
okay,
you're laughing
okay.
about EBITDA.
Mm-hmm.
82%
Hmm.
increase in EBITDA. Sound like foreign, it must be good. What I'm seeing here is that this looks very Cygnus-ish, which I know is probably what it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, so Cygnus,
Signals graphics team.
yeah, Cygnus doing a good job
Ariel,
as you
yes.
know
That's it. The exact thing.
your investment bankers backing you, supporting your vision, which is good. I like seeing that, right? You see Cygnus Tropical. We see it with Mayberry Dollar. We see it with maybe we see it with other places too. Who knows? Maybe we see it with other places. Exported 33 containers of spent batteries as part of the sustainable recycling program. That means that the innovate side of their business is
Oh, and they're merging the two renewables to be a one thing. That's something else I remember reading.
what's the what's a tool?
It's like
I know
innovate
innovate
and
is the battery
tropical
one.
something on it or something. is going to be one entity.
Okay.
Where did I read that? I guess they're consolidating their renewables part of their company,
They
something like
also
that.
have Kaya, which is into renewables in
Oh
Domrep.
yeah, so it's Kaya and something else. Where did I even get that? Where did I get that? Because I'm not seeing it in this thing. So where did I see that? Yeah, I don't know where I saw that.
Mm. Pity they can't spin it off and put it on the junior market. Or can they? Can they? No,
What that?
they can't. As
Spin off what?
They've
like
not gone main market,
if
brother.
they spin off, yeah, if they
Spin off.
spin off the whole energy side, the renewable side, but they can't it still can't go main market, junior market, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Again, weird decision to have made. A very strange decision to have made.
Mm-hmm. Want to know what's funny?
What's that?
Critical takeaways from the 2025 audit include market transition. The group successfully, this is the first thing they said, bro.
It's a major
The,
thing.
You know, most.
You gave up 6 years of taxes, tax free status, or yeah, have a tax break. Anyway, Innovate is their joint venture. You guys remember how much of Innovate they own? Is it
do not.
50? A flat
So
joint
much.
venture? I mean, anything else I said joint venture with it, you'd have to call it what it is. You'd have to call it an associate if it was less, no?
Yeah.
I mean, it's still
No,
associate.
I said,
Yeah, from your over 20 now associate until you break 50.
you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. Right. Okay. 20 to 50 is joint venture. No, the 20 to 50 is associate.
But you can call,
At 50, at 50 is at 50 flat is a joint venture, and then below that is in it, and then above that is subsidiary.
unless you're
Yeah.
DTL, in which case you call, you own 60% and still call it a joint venture. DTL has, or they have 60%, they have 6% of what's their supermarket line? The supermarket up Manor Park,
Some parts.
Sampars, Cash and Carry. Yeah, they own 60% of that, but they call it a joint venture. Although it did start off at 50,
Mm-hmm.
but then they go 60 and so they, I mean they still call it a joint venture, but you can call it whatever you want. You have to account for it the correct way though, which I believe they do. So 3.3 billion of the revenue came from Jamaica. 2.9 billion of the revenue came from the US. And 157 mil from Damrep. So about a million US from Damrep. And Damrep
Mm-hmm.
falling fast, boy. To 2024, Damrep was 354. 2025 is 157.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But the kind of thing that how much of the US thing there of the US revenue was outside of this quarter?
Well, while I can have that, I don't have that in front of me. And since my screen's showing, I can't bring that up in front of everybody. But yeah, how much was the question you have? How much of the US revenue was in the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
It's a good question. What are you thinking that maybe it's all Q4?
I mean, now it can't be because they had something in 2024.
Yeah, I mean they own the business from. They didn't just buy it. They bought it from.
Oh, yeah, right. They
Yeah,
bought it until they just the APO.
2023. Yeah.
They bought it and then did the APO. Isn't that what
Yeah, the
happened?
unlending thing with
Mm-hmm.
Signals.
Hmm.
Yeah, so why the big turnout? So why what happened this quarter?
I think you're starting to see maybe some of the ease up in the finance. No, no.
Finance cost somehow?
I want to
No.
say that, but probably not.
That's one of the things I checked. I don't think so. But again, I have a recon to this more. So,
Yeah,
but yeah.
yeah. I also need to dig through it.
Which is why Shay said that a bit more than once, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not necessarily feeling like there's like just a one-off in there.
If you don't, I don't think so too, but I don't know if I'm being biased.
I think this
I
is
want, I
I
want,
feel like
I
this
want,
is
I
the
want
business that they saw and the potential business that they saw why
Mm-hmm.
they chose to
that's
do
what
what they
I
did.
think too, but I
Yeah.
don't know. That's what I want to believe.
Yeah. But I think that's a fair I think it's a fair thing. I think it's a fair thing. You get the chance of a 6.5 billion revenue company and
Mm-hmm.
all you have to do is give up a tax break you never care about anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I know what they would do because they did it. And they margin to the hilt in order to be able to grab Rose. So they did it. Yeah, maybe it's just say, we actually feel in the business now. Or maybe Rose is showing its color. Remember, a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
US defense stuff now is
Relevant.
predicated on heavily you know, being homegrown.
Yeah,
So
I was about to say that. Yeah, being American is a big deal, eh?
That's
yeah,
true.
not from China, yeah. And battery technology is a mass. Energy is the missing link for almost every bit of human growth and future growth that we have in mind. AI, everything requires energy. And like I
Mm-hmm.
said, the drones
Mm-hmm.
require energy, the missiles require energy, the medical devices require energy. And there are US companies. So hey,
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy that they were able to raise raise the funds from the government. I'm happy that they're able to raise the funds that they're able to raise. And I am so sorry for those who had to go through the pain of the share price going where it lives now. $1.29. I like that price. That puts out a PE. Oh, PE. PE is still high. 39 times.
Yeah,
40
good in
times
game.
almost.
Working on it, bro.
Yeah.
Working on it.
You think they can double their profit this year? I'm going to have to dig into it to see if they can double their profit this year. I can tell you if there's a war. Depending on the kind of war. If it's a big enough war, then it don't matter. But if
That's right.
there's yeah, if it's a medium war, if it's a
Just
medium
a
war,
little one.
yeah, if it's a medium war,
A
then
medium
yeah,
one.
tropical has chosen their side.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Yeah, wow. I hadn't thought of that. And I hadn't really looked at yeah, I hadn't really had anything in mind outside of the ones I mentioned, which was I was considering the good effect via like what the good is gonna look like via the NCD company whose name I'm forgetting that made buckets and what the bad is gonna look like via GNAC and ROC, more so ROC than GNAC, because
Mm-hmm.
ROC was already kind of floundering before. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Cargo handlers in there. I'd say I had good results showing resilience. They it's along lines of what we expected already. The port lock off, whatever, but also the Their what associate did really well, of course.
Of course. Well,
Yeah,
you understand then why I would be happy to look to see what the precursor of the rebuild looks like, because that
I
associate is
think they said
gonna.
what 5 days of no business.
Oh
No,
no,
it wasn't 5 days. It wasn't 5 days. It was more. Or it seems that way. Somebody said five
oh
days of no
no.
business. I'm trying to remember who. It was it. Was it ROC?
We talking ROC or CHL?
Somebody said 5 days of no business, but I feel like it wasn't ROC. I feel like it wasn't CHL.
Oh, okay. If you remember, well, let's see. That it doesn't ring a bell to me, so I'm not sure. Um, but
Was it CHL? Was it? Mm,
ROC with 40 mil in the quarter. I think I need to look back at the whole insurance business because it seems to be. I mean, we looked at ROC already, but I do know I need to look back at the overall insurance sector. CHL ended the first quarter for them, which is the same period, October to December, with a lower profit. That I do remember. Um, Lower
it
revenue
was
also.
Funny Bun had 5 days no business.
I know
Oh,
only
yeah,
one.
but
Yeah, but
that's that. Did they make a loss?
no.
Really? That's a
Well,
surprise. Did
I
Purity
don't
make a
believe
loss?
it was a thing there. It wasn't a good quarter. It wasn't a good quarter for them, I believe, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
because of those 5 days.
No, I don't think so. Only and they also the thing they 5 days
I
of
think
no
the
business
business.
on top of the expansion and not really kicking it.
Ah,
It a cost them more it has made them.
82% drop in profit for Honeybun.
Yeah.
Granted, 5 days of no business can hit Honeybun like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
And they just built a new place also.
mm, so expansion ish
Mm-hmm.
revenue up by a 100 mil, roughly
Mm-hmm.
a little less than 100 mil.
Them say it cost them 100 million revenue.
The 5 days,
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, it's general. If it's how I remember it. If it's read how I remember it.
okay, and a profit of 13 million
Mm-hmm.
versus same period last year 76 million. Admin costs with a massive spike, not massive spike, but a 80 odd million spike. And you said they built the place already, have they moved there?
Yes, it's working not at full capacity.
Mm, maybe two rents, more people.
Mm-hmm. I
This is the one where they have a new CEO, right? Michelle Chang's son.
so yeah.
Yeah, new day. Hopefully, them can break out of the break out of the back and forth between them and Purity.
Well, that was me thinking. Misremembering Arl's cargo handlers. Cargo handlers. Yeah. They I think they did well despite Hurricane.
It's a different font. Go ahead. Sorry,
Yeah.
you're saying cargo handlers did well
Yeah.
despite.
Despite Hurricane. Despite Hurricane.
I actually didn't know what to expect from them. I mean, for the quarter, I genuinely wanted to see. I know.
Mhm. That's funny because I think based on things you said or conversation we've had around the hurricane timing, I would expect this seems to be what I thought you were looking at or expecting.
Meaning, I have a general vision for them over like maybe 4, 8 quarters that's clear and ties in a lot of stuff. For this specific quarter, yeah, if they made profit more a higher, they were profitable. But if they made more profit, I wouldn't have been surprised if they reported a loss with some of the stuff that we know or we see. I wouldn't have been surprised. I mean, their subsidiary, not their subsidiary, their associate. I don't even know if it's in them associate. Let's see.
That's what it. Yeah.
Yeah, the associate continues to be strong, but the associate I think had some hits.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And I think
Guys, about
the
like a
regular
bunch of thing they're coming in.
a
I'm
bunch of
on
what?
results.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay.
It's
Mm-hmm.
that time, It's that time.
It
Yeah, it's
is.
earning
It
season. It's
is.
good.
It
Yeah.
We're
is.
going into the weekend, and the 15th is on a
Yeah.
weekend. You know it go.
Lots of content for the weekend, boy.
Correct. Correct. I'll wait. Let's see. Someone should come up on My Money JA soon. Some new
Yep.
stuff should come up on My Money JA. Or is that where you saw them?
Oh no.
Yeah,
I was
you just saw
because I
them
was looking
coming
for
up.
something. I was on the news page.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
But I know if I check, yeah.
Trans Jamaica results would have come out then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of them. What a bunch of them just
Well,
came over the
the people's
last
champ.
say hour.
Okay. Well, those written already. Well, you know what? Hey, people want us to talk about that. Anybody send a speaking request, we can. If not, if you don't, you
No, it's
don't. You can
cool.
do it in your own time.
Yeah. I just that weekend reading.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to. I don't want to turn it into a read the
Really
financials.
financial. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sort of thing either.
Exactly.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting to me, but I don't like having to think while I'm doing. Like I don't have to censor myself.
Yeah.
Uh,
I get that.
Yeah, I don't have to censor myself. For especially now, you might see something earth shattering.
Transformaker, though.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Danai.
Transformaker, though. It's pretty
Yeah,
low.
Mm-hmm.
good, bad, ugly.
No, it's the same.
Go out and get it.
Let's revenue, less profit, but not by
Oh
much.
no, more revenue.
No,
Mm-mm.
less revenue, less profit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Go out and
You're
get.
looking at what they call revenue, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I go off on My Money JA call revenue. You're not necessarily wrong, but yeah, more revenue if you go off on My Money JA calls revenue, which is all the money coming in. Not just what they tag
Oh.
as revenue. Yeah, because companies hide that stuff sometimes. So
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
yeah, 21.7 versus 22.38, but other gains and losses,
Mm-hmm.
1.9 mil versus
Mm-hmm.
768. When you add those two together, um, it becomes higher revenue.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and also, it's not like them can sell more highway, right? So
What do you mean, bro? New leg.
yeah, the new leg, is this the when did the new leg start getting charged for?
Not this year.
In that
20,
quarter, right? Or no?
No, man. No,
No,
man.
man. No.
This
It was
first
this
quarter that we're in
year.
right now. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was supposed to, but then it was not. It didn't happen. Right. Yeah.
this quarter that they're reporting is a quarter where a good chunk of it, the toll was
Mm-hmm.
toll free
Yeah.
Free.
Free. Yeah.
that they were balling about.
Yeah.
Let's see how much they have to put
Had the
in
people conflicted.
ECLs.
Don't if they want them share them company make money or not.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see if they how much they have in ECLs, if any. Did they break it out like that? Because I'm thinking, did they have to bill the government? You remember this? How much? You remember that headline that was saying to the government about was it 100 mil a day or something like that? Every day that it's free.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Take
It
what
was
up.
a whole thing.
Take what up, boy.
Y- yeah, pretty much. And yeah, you don't have to allow us to put back on the toll, and it's just we're sending
Give
a
more
bill.
money.
Yeah, we're sending a bill. We're sending a bill. Provisions. I'm just wondering though, this one is worth go. Or maybe I didn't have to go into it because everybody else will. It's a people's champ, Trans
That's it.
Jamaica.
No, I don't think
No,
there's. I, I don't think there's what. I mean, do you have any excitement to this report? You expect anything big this quarter later? We think of.
me? No,
Yeah.
but Trans Jamaica, I'm never excited. But it's a people's champ. It's a people's champ. Yeah.
That's what my thought. Like, what am I looking for
Yeah.
here, really?
Let me tell you what I'm looking for. Actual profit coming in is actually higher, right?
Mm-hmm.
31 mil US last year, 36 mil US this year.
Oh, I mean
Great.
for the year. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, for the year, not for the quarter. And then look at that 22 million concession for phase one, 1C concession. That's not new leg money. Uh, And the other thing I'll be looking for is that I was just looking for, which is what I'm cash look like at the end of the period. Oh, 15.9 versus 14.3. Okay. And then I just work out, what that mean for the dividend. And yes,
Important thing.
yeah,
Important
and
questions.
yeah, 12.58. In fact, you want to straight line it, you can straight line it. Well, maybe it's a smaller dividend, or do
Don't
we
put it
do we do a
there.
smaller dividend? I don't see there. No, just see, you maybe have a smaller dividend. Nah, nah. Everything open now, it running. You're paying the dividend
New
from
leg.
Q1 cash. New leg, yeah, new leg. That's true. True, but new leg costs. All right, new leg
Yep.
costs,
Nah, bro,
extended
new leg
Have to
wait.
free,
buy
bro.
that.
All right, all right, all right. I'll work with it. But I wanted to straight line it. It's so much easier to do it that way. All right, 15 versus 14, 15.9 versus 14.4. That would be 10%. Okay, increase the dividend by 10%. I mean, I think they paid, when the last time they paid dividends, what they pay out 20 mil, usually for the year. Too many
I believe
tabs.
so.
Dividends payable last 15, 20 this year. So maybe you got 21, 22, 10%, 22, 22. Yeah, it's for the year. 15, 20, 10% on it. Just you have to do it. It's not like it really matters. It truly, to me, it matters to many people. No, not to the people it matters. It's an important thing. 12.58 cents. Mm, 13 cents, 13.8 cents. Ooh, yeah, 13.8 cents. What would that be at today's prices? 662. That's a yield of, I mean, but like nobody who is hyping about this cares about this anyway, so it
Yeah,
doesn't even
like,
matter. Is it?
what really needs to happen is you need to see something good. You need to read this and
Well,
say something
two,
groundbreaking, like or
hey,
just say more dividend.
2% dividend yield. That's a serious increase versus the 1.9% last year.
Okay.
2% dividend yield at current prices. The dividend is coming, right? No, have they announced that yet? No, but hey, give it
Soon.
a couple of days.
Mm.
Yeah. Share price is going up again, It's close to 7 again. Shout out to the people who bought below 6.
Yeah, about at
That
590 what do you?
There we go. You still have them?
No?
You've sold them already?
After it was 670, bro. In couple days.
6 7.
I
But
get
one
you.
day?
I get you. I get you. I mean,
Um
the flip is the flip. I don't know. For me, I bought it below 6. Like the next few weeks are obvious. The next few weeks are painted out already, are drawn
no
out.
man, that was
It's,
that was the rent, bro. That was the
I
rent
get you. I get you. I get you.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
You can't knock the
So
rent and keep trying Jamaica. Yeah,
yeah.
590, 670. Yeah, why not?
That was rent and like other stuff. So
Yeah, why not?
why not? Why not indeed? Um but
But yeah,
yeah.
2% yield dividend coming is nice, widely held. A lot of people gonna need a 2%. more. You can not that most widely held stock. I every time I'm on here, I forget whether or not I'm a shareholder. And I can't turn it on and see if
And
I'm a
that's
shareholder.
okay.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a shareholder right now though. I think I sold again.
Oh, no.
Um, yeah, oh no, I'll probably be buying back in if I need 2%. If I need 2%, I don't have 2%. That's bond money. That's 1 year's bond money, and that's like double savings account.
Mhm, mhm.
More than double.
And the trades are
It was interesting. Is that 6 million something still there?
I don't know. Let's see what were the cues like. Let's
It
see if
was
the that payment that had to be made, that is not Trans Jamaica at all. Let me. Hmm. So there's January, February, March. Yeah,
five
I like Trans
million five
Jamaica.
eighty six. You know what? I did get some at 586 as well.
It's on its way to 10. Woo! Speaking of on its
Randy,
way,
Randy said,
yeah, Randy said. Yeah. Speaking of on its way, the IPO closed. Almost forgot. That's also a big thing happening,
Oh
right?
yes,
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 sir.
that happened.
Good cats a lot.
Big up
Woodcats
them.
closed. Woodcats
Yeah, man.
closed.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what a thing! There's a little storm brewing, There's a storm brewing, Mr. Wayne. Um, I'll save the weather report for the girl group. I'll save the weather report for the girl group. Yeah, Trans Jamaica, not bad. So why you pick Trans Jamaica, Danai?
Because people's choice.
That,
I,
that, that, good answer.
People's
I
choice.
open it. I was like, out of anything I report, I know what everybody's opening, so I just open it too.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even matter what the report say. That's the
Yeah,
truth.
you know that.
Yeah.
The things the things
Oh
I didn't have,
God.
I didn't have to open
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. And people, again, here's the encouragement. Read the reports, understand them. Come on to Grow if you want to understand it. Yeah, Grow is the last Saturday of this month.
Mhm.
Yeah, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Give your Valentine a girl class, and until you do the couple that invest together, gets rich together. Uh,
Amen.
yeah, so go and go and learn about it. The stuff is worth learning about, and you also understand more about what you're joking. We say what matters. Not that these things don't matter; they do matter. It's putting it in its right place, and Grow is very, very good at helping you to put things in the right place, which allows you to make profit a lot more consistently, faster if you're into that. If you choose to go slower, it's even better. The market is unfair if you choose to go slow. Uh,
Facts.
unfairly good.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Let's be clear.
um, I, the next person who sends a speaker request and talk about a stock and ask me, I will tell them whatever it is that I have. They can ask me about what I would think. I mean, not pay me. I'll tell you what I think is a great go slow option, well, based on whatever time period you have in mind, or what I'm doing in that time anyway, or what I'm doing in that time. Um, but yeah, the market is great for that stuff. But if you are just working with the vibes, hey, listen, new leg,
New
Trans
leg.
Jamaica, new leg, like
Finally.
like a fancy chicken. Speaking of chicken, Jamaica
Speaking
broilers
of
drop
chicken,
nothing.
that I haven't seen. I was looking for. I have not seen.
Oh wow, Seprod. Let me guess,
Uh,
flat or
AS
bad in
Brighton
the fourth.
also reported. AS Brighton also reported.
All of them will have reports same time as well.
Same
Ace
time, yeah.
Bryden, Seprod, CPJ, and if them all aligned yet, but I'd expect them to be. Wow, wow.
Money.
It's massive versus the Q4. Wow,
Made by separate must be good.
Q4 profit. You guys have seen as much as I've seen, so it's not like I'm saying it's just from what I'm looking at. Q4 profit is 2.5 bill. That can't right. 2.4 billion. That's a surprise. Big number, not just because it's a big number, but because that's 1,000% higher than it was
Mm-hmm.
the same. What?
Mm-hmm.
Let me close up all of these tabs.
Interesting.
That's very interesting. On an annual basis, and just throw that in there too. Record annual profit 158 billion. Record no sorry 100 record annual revenue 158 billion. Record annual
Well then.
profit of 4.9 billion. That they must be booking something one off. Let's see. 40.5, 40.1 versus 40.1 in the fourth quarter. 153 versus 33 in the second. 153 billion, not in the second, in the year. 153 billion versus 133 billion in the year. Well, extra 20 billion showed up somewhere. But the quarters look flat revenue wise. Other income is ahead by $1 billion. And expenses are lower. Finance costs are flat. A joint venture and associate is lower, but hardly matter here. And net profit from continued Q4 last year was 334 million. Q4 this year is 2.6 billion. And I'm controlling myself because I'm hoping that like you want it to not just be a one-off. So maybe there was a one-off
Yeah.
last year. Did that the one-off hit last year? But it shouldn't matter anyway. Did they have a one-off hit last year?
One-off from
No.
what?
I going off memory. No, it just looked like. Let's see. No. Could it be time?
Again.
Wow. 5.7 bill in cash last year. This year, 7 billion in cash. They haven't done any acquisitions or anything major. Like they kind of wrap up with that phase of things now, no?
For now.
So I think the biggest deal would maybe be the stuff they're doing in Trinidad. Yo, roughly extra 2 point something billion in profit.
That's
Yeah.
wild. That's
And
wild.
it's on the cash flow. It makes it to the
The expense cut is wicked. Why?
that's what I want to know too, but the cash is there. The cash is there.
So we're just
Are you think they're gonna buy something? 2 bill, and then they don't buy with cash anyway.
the
That's not their MO. They borrow and leverage and yeah,
why
they
the
use
cash
cash to pay
two
out.
billion our expenses are $2 billion better. That's what
and there's 2 billion
Wild.
in cash. That is
Yeah,
wild.
it's actually. Did they say anything?
I mean, I read, as always, I read that last. I should probably read it now. But I feel like this is the coming together of what they've been working at for a while.
That got expensive that much? Just so one time.
Well,
What was the
you
cost of it?
can you can cut expenses by you can cut expense. If something is on the right part of the books, it leaves your expenses. If it's on the right part of your subsidiaries books, it leave your
Mm-hmm.
expenses.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see something. Stockholders of the company. Oh, net profit attributable to stockholders of the company. In 2024, 197.9 million. In 2025, 2.4 billion.
2.4. Yeah, it's madness, bro. Beautiful madness. Jeez.
Yo, PB Scott and Company.
On
I,
both.
I want to finish BrickTalk and actually go through this properly. I don't want. Could it be time? And in case you're wondering, yes, I am a separate shareholder. It used to be hard to hold those shares though, but not really. I did a couple of moves to make sure that they're profitable, and then it's not that many.
Yeah, the man them laugh
And
over
then
him, bro. The man said discipline cost management.
let's see.
All that.
November 2025, they successfully raised 3 bill to
Yeah,
refinance short
that's from
term.
up.
That that's probably where it's from. I'll check that later on. But there is 3 bill to refinance a short term. You move your short term to the long term. Okay.
It really
You
happened.
refinance
Hmm.
a good rate. I mean, this is right off the bat, this caught my hand. This is probably it. You
Um,
raise 3 bill to refinance your short term. Your short term obligations would be counting. No, yeah. Expenditure total 2.4 bill. Capex, sorry, it was 2.4 bill. Start from the top. I read impatiently.
as do I. I jump all over the place.
Yeah, yeah. Should I read from the bottom all the way up? Actually, read backwards.
And I'm reading twice very often.
Yeah, need to. If I read twice, I'm lucky. If you read just 2 times, I'm lucky. Yeah, discipline, cost management, and stronger other operating income. Where you get an extra billion in other operating income from? What's
Discipline,
other
man.
operating income? This year, right? You're right. Because that guy is.
Def.
I feel like it's time. I feel like they've finally culminated. I mean, not that it's done, but I feel like if you think in phases,
Hmm. That's a nice answer.
they kind of seal things up. And remember, they also did the what do you call that? The buyout. So it's firmly, officially, they bought the extra 2,000 something shares, and so it's 50.0001% owned by PV Scott and Company.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so now that, like, I think they had to seal it, and they made a couple of moves. Like, it's ours now. At this point, now let's start having the cash show, because that cash needs to flow. That cash will flow also
He's
to,
not a rapper.
yeah, not a rapper, but that cash will flow to, well, I'm hoping it flows to the dividend line. But I can also
Mm-hmm.
see many reasons for them to, many ways that they, I mean, mm, mm, what just happened?
They had a one-off sale of something in Q2 or Q3.
Yeah, I think, yeah. What did they sell? The thing that Atlantic is doing now, was it sold by them? Sorry, I think people have lost my screen share on my sound. That's wild. Whatever is happening with the platform is not me. Sorry, if you're watching and you lost sound a while ago,
Not
it's
sure,
not me.
because I was
That's the
also
internet.
gone for a little while ago, but I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, that's not on us, that's the platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do expect them to have significant increases in revenue and hopefully margin, which should show itself as profitability over the next year or two, right? Well, one, because of the increases in taxes in Trinidad and operating costs, and that should come with some amount of increase in revenue. Um, and the fact that, they're maybe wrapping up a lot of the plan now. During the year, separate increase its ownership for AS Bryden from 50 to 80. The that was this year. Finance rules when you move from hmm, I want to dig into this also. And cash equivalents, the shareholding would show there. And maybe it's not time. He always wants it to be time before it's time. Nice results.
Indeed.
Yeah, nice results. Do it again, like Shay said. Nice results. Do it again. I'll go through it properly when I'm not on camera. There's a whole heap of weekend.
Work.
Well, it's also Valentine's Day, so there's certainly a whole heap of weekend work. Um, there, there's also results from not PBS. Nobody talks about PBS. JMB. What do you think they're what do you think
Honestly,
that
I wasn't excited.
you?
I wasn't excited.
And it's JMB. What's there not to be excited about? Q3, more revenue, right? Revenue flattish, 7.8 versus 7.7. Revenue profits down by 15%, but we have hope. I don't know what to say, man. They're suffering from being the first APO, quote unquote, first APO. Yeah. Yeah, look,
Paying for their sins.
yeah. Well, the shareholders certainly are. Shareholders certainly
Well,
are.
that's
Oh,
generally how it's.
they can sell in Trinidad.
Yeah, good point.
That's true. That's true. You know anybody who's done that?
Me,
No.
I know. I forget.
I
Yeah,
did
you can do it.
Oh my God. All right. That's you guys want to talk about it as you can. What do you guys think about the tax package? That I
Tax
also haven't looked
package.
at properly. What do you
I
guys think
have
about the
not.
tax
uh
package?
I have not looked at it.
I've
I also
also
was
not.
quick thing there, but what was it? There was one thing I did see I found interesting. They tried to get other thought. Why is it not coming to me? Wow. Actually, I think I'm looking at too much things. Bring it back. The mention of well, everybody's favorite topic, the streaming services. So I saw that being a large conversation point.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm actually a lot. You have actually helped bring me up to speed. So
It seems
what
like
is
time
that?
Oh,
again. So what I
taxing
saw, it was
digital
the
services.
touching digital services that operated here. So what I saw was out of conversation around all things like Netflix, people paying paying for it there, but paying for it, and the government collecting no tax off of it.
Mm.
Is that the actual thing? I don't know, because I know how these things get and how people make this the conversation, and very often that's not what's happening. So yeah, but I found it pretty interesting. Largely because of the conversation was around that. But yeah, up to speed with it, not necessarily. No,
No.
What exactly was announced?
that's the question.
And you're putting up. I have it lined up for something. Well, for the group, a little explainer for the group. But
Hmm.
it's for me to go through it and make sure and understand it myself, make sure I say it right, and then share it with the group, and then or maybe something, maybe even something for my money, Jay. But new revenue measures, that's a big deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Massive deal. The first, and it's couched in the language of it being as a result of Melissa, almost.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So GCT going on top of what you said, digital services and intangibles,
Mm-hmm.
and an imposition of a special consumption tax on
Sugar tree.
non-alcoholic,
The sugar tree.
really
Yeah.
sweetened beverages.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yes.
The Cinco Bosses had
Yes.
that thing to say.
What did he say?
He had things to say. He
Yeah,
yeah.
he had things to say.
I'm
It's
finding
not
about
being
to
well
show you.
received on Twitter.
I mean, that is
I
probably a
mean,
good idea then.
that's it. I was trying to mention the Cinco Boss. I don't know what the thing there. But
Wait, the Wisconsin boss tweeted about it.
No, it's
no,
a story.
I'll find the
Oh,
tweet. Yeah,
It's
the
an
article.
article.
I'll
sorry
find it.
guys. When I tell you say I've been nose
I wouldn't
down in the
say
books,
you're
yeah.
missing anything. It's a
No
lot
man, it's
of
a big deal. That's a big deal. I don't
I
mean the
know,
noise.
but a lot of noise. It's just a lot of noise. But it's a lot of noise. So I wouldn't say you're missing a lot. You really
Yeah,
just need to go look at the thing that you say go look at. Like
basically,
Well, that's huge.
basically just a lot of noise.
That's usually what I do.
strong challenge
Yeah.
to the government. It's not one class of products that causes people's health. There are issues related to salt intake, issues related to oils and fats intake. I think it's not a well-founded argument. Of course not.
That's in the
And there is no
article
science. Yeah, I'm finding the article.
from
I read the quote.
from.
That thing there, taxing the very poorest. This article.
I mean, yeah, I'd expect them to say that, but
Yeah, of
also
course. Yeah.
you will think of more bodies than Carreras. That's the truth. Yeah, that's the truth. Like sugar kill a lot more people than cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah, I'm not gonna ball for Carreras. I'm not gonna ball for Wisconsin either.
No, of course not.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and plus, no, they've moved into selling alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Just in
Ah,
time.
yeah, I mean, hey, listen, it is what it is. 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 Like, what should there not be the tax? Well, you guys, let's start with that because again, I just say I come into it fresh. So
Mm-hmm.
let me go through the things that I've seen for the new revenue measures, and then you tell me what you think. GCT on top of digital services, the SCT, special consumption tax on top of sugary beverages, um, increase in the SCT on alcohol, increase in the SCT on cigarettes, modification of motor vehicle duty
The tourism one,
concession
how would that
for
go?
public officials, increase in environmental protection levy. That's tourism. I think
That's
environmental
tourism.
protection levy is that on tickets, plane tickets.
Man, I don't know. Maybe.
or is it cars or car imports, vehicle imports maybe.
Okay.
Um, Increase in the GCT rate on tourism activities to the standard rate of 15%. I think some hotels didn't pay, and uh, other hotels had like a special GCT rate. So they weren't paying the same rate as everybody else, if I remember. Yeah, I think licensed hotels and villas in Jamaica often benefit from a reduced GCT rate of 10%
Mm.
instead of the 15%. So now the government is bringing it
Okay.
up from 10 to 15.
Cool, cool.
Yeah. And
Um, I haven't gotten to the big picture yet. I'm still at, I don't want to pay this.
mhm,
Uh,
Yeah. I haven't gotten to
that's-
any big picture thinking. Right now, it's just going to have to pay more property tax. What?
mhm. Is
Uh,
it,
and
was
and
that
and
also one of the things?
yeah,
Oh, well, I just
and
heard it was new revenue measure. Sorry, continue. Yeah.
and so I'm just at, oh, God, more money for the property tax, and the
Mhm,
other one with the digital, whatever that one.
digital services.
Mostly because I don't know exactly what that means. It's not clear to me what they're saying.
mhm,
Yeah. I don't very much care if they charge for Netflix or the streaming. I don't care. I don't care. Um, but I also was wondering how far it would stretch because, like I said, it wasn't clear what they were saying. Like they could get up and just be like, "Yeah, me, I go charge you if you have Starlink," and then because they said it's something about protecting local something another, and I'm like, uh, could they mean they're going to be protecting Flow and Digicel? Who
I mean,
suck? You know what
You
I'm saying?
should.
you should protect flow and digital. What do you mean?
So,
So and this they pay
I'm
taxes here.
just wondering about that. Um, so I'm basically just wondering about myself. I don't care yet
No, I
about
mean
the big picture.
that's
But
what
that
that
all right. Tell the lie. Tell the lie. We like to come and share. We talk about taxes and
Yeah,
voting
man, but
and
online,
that
that's what
the
I'm
thing is,
seeing.
yeah. So that's a lie.
Like, what do
The thing
you
you have
expect
is
the
real.
government to do? And I'm like, I
People are
don't, I
speaking
don't
about their
care.
own. People act like we don't make. Randy do this last, Randy.
no.
No, he's
Oh,
here.
okay. People speak like that. They speak like they speak as if they're talking for the greater good.
Yeah,
Mhm,
When in reality, it's often how this affects me, and that's fine.
yeah.
That's how you
So
should
I'm
think of
being
things,
straight
right?
up, man. I don't
So
care
yeah.
about the greater
So
good.
if
I care about
if
my pocket.
I wouldn't say I don't care about the greater good, but if
Not
I
yet.
mean
Like,
I'm
I'm
a
not
part
there
of
yet.
I'm a part of the greater, right? So but that's how we form the greater good. It's what's the collective idea, what's the collective feeling around this thing, and then
Mm-hmm.
mhm,
that's where it's in there. If when I try to project my belief onto it,
mhm,
that's just false. That is me saying, oh, you should align your belief system with mine. You should because I don't care about this tax thing, these taxes shouldn't mean that I should then make everybody else care. You get me? So it's completely fine to speak about your wheelhouse and how it affects you. That's fine in my department.
Mm-hmm.
The I
you
think,
should.
and the truth is that's how politicians work. They they do things like that. That's how they speak.
Mhm,
They're like CEOs lie. The truth is when them say, "Oh, we want to collect more taxes because the government needs more revenue," that's the realest they'll ever get. When I hear the health thing there, I don't know. I mean, I think yes, they do have to think about that. I think they do think about that because they are a population that they work in charge of, and healthy population, and then it works out better
Oh,
for
it's
them.
still a
But
revenue. That's still revenue, bro.
at
Cause
the end of the
them
day,
are
it's a
cover
revenue.
the
It's
the
revenue.
diabetes stuff.
Yeah.
for
So
healthcare.
I don't
So yeah.
know. I think I think it's a two-part thing in the sense of yo, we need some more money, and that is a fruit that we've been hitting as collect across the world. Governments have been hitting those have been picking from those trees because it sounds good and it works real good to say yo, let's charge cigarette companies more because they harm lives, and most of the population will be like, yes, we should do that. Most of the population will be in agreement. So you will not find anybody with the cigarette company complaining about. So it can keep picking from those trees. That's the reality of it. So if you care about if you care about the impact it will likely have on health,
Hmm.
and or it or impact you think it will have on health, then go for it. Yeah, you care about things that they regard. So yeah, government should they charge cigarette companies and sugar companies more? Sure, go for it. That's my stance on that.
Yep. Yep.
Sugar kills a lot of people.
A lot of people.
Yes.
A
So,
lot of people.
but here's the thing. How much change have you seen from these measures being in place?
SCT measures.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nothing. Yes.
no, no, there's change. There's change. There's impact. There's impact. Um,
How widespread? I find that it often happens. So here's what I see. I see the places where it has mating there, where it has made some impact.
mhm.
That it's not just the SAT. They actually they have strong regulation in certain directions that are not just attacks. The tax often does mean the thing gets more expensive, and as long as it's not expensive to the point where people care buy it, it's fine. Not
Yeah,
much
that's what I
changes.
think. It's an addiction,
Yeah.
so like
Right?
people go buy them drugs.
It's also like more than just cigarette. Like sugar is an addiction in a way people
That's
don't
what I was
really
talking
get.
about. I
In
wasn't
a way,
even talking
people.
about the cigarettes.
Mhm. But in a way, people don't really get. It's one of my favorite points. It's a cultural. It's a cultural point. You don't even know. People don't even know they're addicted to sugar, or
Mm-hmm.
people don't because it does it's not that they crave it like like a cigarette. Outside of my regular routine, I get up and do and boy, I eat a sweetie. They don't think of it like that. If you
Mm-hmm.
eat a sweetie regularly, then just as far as you're concerned, you just eat. That's how you
Oh,
snack.
this is my
Or
just
when
now.
I eat my regular food, this is the kind of foods I eat. So I'll be
Mm-hmm.
eating anyway, but this is how I eat. And culturally, if we check how people eat food, it's they don't really fall into the guilt of boy, I should be eating like this, like that. It's almost normal. It's like hating math.
Mm-hmm.
It's I like how food tastes, so this is why I do this thing. And boy, you can't really
Mhm.
tell me otherwise. And if you tell me otherwise, then it's kind of frowned upon in a way. So,
Mm-hmm.
so the in the places where these things have been implemented, it's not tip and it so happens we change the formula to go around this regulation, or well, let's say it anyway, just cost a bit more.
Well, well, you can one the second part is real no matter what. I mean, I understand this. I guess maybe because I have a different approach and view of a lot of these things. He has to say this, yada yada yada. Also,
Yeah, of course, better say.
this is just a profit increase for Wisynco.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You don't realize it yet, but it is. That's what it is, right?
Where is it?
It's
It's
out of his hands, bro. I just have
yeah,
to find ways to make my money because boy, everything going on my
yeah.
heart. So I just have to
There's
be
the
smart
government. What
here.
can I do? Yeah, I mean, they raise the tax on it. What can I do? How much it raised by? Government raising it by $4 per boom, but the price gone up by 10. Hey, listen,
Government.
government. Wholeness. Come on. Yeah, but yeah, you want the boom or not? Yeah, this is going to. Let me say clearly. This is going to result in an increase in profitability for Wisynco. You can say that I said so. I will
Yeah,
come
because
back in
no
the
one's
future and
cutting back.
remind it.
No one's gonna cut back on their sugar intake.
And maybe you will, maybe you should. You
I'm not
should.
saying
Some
they
people will.
shouldn't.
No,
and the truth
some
I
is,
I don't think it'll hold. I just don't.
it,
I
I don't
don't.
think it will
wait,
hold en masse. I don't think the tax will necessarily be the thing that kills this kills the industry for these guys.
Yeah.
it definitely won't. Not sugar.
And
Sugar
killing
is more
the
addictive than cocaine.
and then the
Yeah.
industry is just again. So I see this thing is I know the government eat twice here, you know.
More than twice.
The government make money on the SET, and then they make money when Mexico makes more profit. So
And then
so
Mm-hmm.
they charge
so
GCT also
this
on
is
top of that. Yeah.
so this is CEO's line. It sounds
Yep.
bad. Oh my word! Look at what we're doing. Oh, this rough. But guess what? Guess what?
Yeah.
We're all good.
So
So in them again, see, so government lie, CEO lie. Everybody say, look what we've done. You know, we
exactly.
me my price of a go up, so it go, and so price up, profit up, and government over there saying, well, look how we targeted these life harming things. So, yeah, we're doing so much, and then money up for everybody.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. It's probably the biggest. I am more excited about Wisynco's profits from seeing this than I am from the whole
Yeah, I don't.
beer and whatever. And
I don't think this really changes anything. Yeah, I think
change anything in terms of what? When you said
uh,
change,
I,
what do you mean?
okay, so sorry, yeah, right. I'm not talking about the tax at that point. I'm talking about the feel good part that everybody wants to talk about.
You mean like will it reduce intake of sugary
Yeah.
drinks by
Uh,
maybe? It could. Every year there are some people who quit cigarettes. Every year some people go,
well,
no, this is too much.
but I think significant. I don't. I think there's a significance point that happens here, and I think cigarette and sugar are two different beasts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 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 no. Sugar is OG
They hit you in
addiction.
different
Yeah.
ways. Yeah, it's cigarette. When you think about
Yeah.
cigarettes, you know, you're doing that thing that mankind meant that, bro. You're
Yeah,
gonna eat
yeah.
food anyway. When you get up, you eat food, you go sleep, and you decide one day
Yeah.
you're gonna smoke a cigarette. Cause I never program in there, man, bro. Your body never get up and say, you know, want a cigarette until they give it.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, I would say Wisynco, but it's not just Wisynco, right? Uh
Separate. Well, no. Is it separate? Separate. It's Lasco.
Mm-hmm.
I cool. Run the drinks.
yeah. Wow.
I like cool sell, you know. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I
well,
like
yeah,
cool
yeah, of
sell.
course. Yeah, 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 it still does. Um, who else?
GK.
Who else? GK, definitely. Definitely
Mm-hmm.
GK. Wow. I be don't see them coming out and talking about. I mean, obviously it hits Wisynco massively hard.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
GK, yeah, yeah. Whoa.
I tell
Let's
them just
see.
bring back zesty.
Manufacturing.
I tell them just bring back zesty, bro. More
Yeah.
money to zesty.
Wow. So definitely Wisynco.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Seprod. Definitely GK. Although GK is not under here, JC puts him under conglomerates. Um, I feel like there's a lot more that we're just not thinking of now. I mean, the detail. Does detail have?
Detail. I will say detail. I'm going to say
Yeah,
because
detail.
detail. They must say they also they have the so like they're the guys in between, but yo,
Mm-hmm.
they money to raise them price, so that's why they think more expensive. Everybody kept saying that. So
CPJ.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, like last call, last D. This is last D, last M.
Mm-hmm.
More D than M. Um, not Ari. Ari Williams don't distribute. I saw a picture of a sweetie recently that somebody had. Maybe it's Ari Williams. We'll see. But certainly, the main thing that this says to me is this is straight. This is gonna be great. This is a good time for not just a good time, but
More money.
it's more profit for Wisynco. Uh, yeah, more profit for Wisynco. Did he call out poor people? Taxing the very poorest, of course. Carreras can't say that, which is funny because it's like you're taxing. Everybody smoked that creepy, right? Few things need to be clarified, like how is this tax to be applied? Everybody says that, but that's how the government works. The government comes out, they tell you the taxing, and then they tell you how. Like, this is not nothing new. When I hear how is it gonna work, you gotta know how it works when you see how it working. Like, and not to say that government doesn't have a requirement to make it clear, but they're gonna make it clear. This is just the initial. Hey, we're gonna tax it, just like the tax on digital things. It's what I'm reading here is not. It's Q1 next year, right?
Mm-hmm. It's a little ways
How is
off.
it gonna work? How do you access digital things? How do you access digitally? The, the government is aware of, like, all of that flows through the data set. It's not that many. We don't have that many ISPs. We
Mhm.
have 3. ISPs are a public service. They are regulated by the OUR because of what they are. The same way how they know that so and so is making chopper calls because it goes through the ISP is the same way they know what you're accessing through the ISP.
Mhm.
And then if you're going to spend money, it's from the bank, which is regulated by the BOJ,
Yeah, you're saying
which,
about about saying about
yeah,
those.
and they must. That's how it works. Like this, the digital things. I mean, I'm going to read more about it. Like, I saw the noise. That obviously I had to see the noise around it, and then I saw, like, I saw like a summary of the whole thing. So I saw the date being 2027, 2026, 27. So the last quarter of this financial year. And to be honest, there's other you have to think about the amount of money that the government is seeing flowing out of the country untaxed.
Mm-hmm. Say, yo,
It's not
imagine
like
say
they're not
speech.
seeing it. Yeah. So I put myself in the shoes of the government, right? I don't put any partisan color on it. I put myself in the shoes of the government. You have a situation, you have a yo, we're acting like we forget. Is more than quarter of the GDP the Melissa garnered, you know. That's not an easy thing. Imagine if you had to make 25% more than your annual salary. Not that you're getting 25% more than your annual salary, you just have to make it. Something happen
Mhm.
and you get paid $1 million every year, and something happen and you need $1.25 million every year. But you go to your boss and what? No, your salary is $1 million every year. Your need is not my requirement. Your need is your need. In the same way, the government has the same need because your government has to think ahead. If the government can't afford to cover certain things, like, none of us are gonna go, oh yeah, but whenever they lie the tax, so then they take it back. Nobody's gonna say that. We're gonna say government did pay, right? So government has to look at it and go, okay, we have the need, we need to get the money. We're gonna have to. The government only gets money one way: tax. That's like, it's our money. That's the only way to get money. So it has to go, okay, how do we tax? We can make our taxes more efficient, and that's good. They've been doing that for a while, and it's been working. But then we get the big hit of Melissa. So now we have a pressing need, and yeah, we get some money from the. But yo, you ever get a big money yet? How quickly before it done?
I say, make the money.
Right? As you get the money gone, right? It work the same way. Yeah, there's a big money coming in, and yes, government have it. Government, no, they have the big money, but have to make it work. So you need to also, then we have to borrow, which means you have to pay back more. And yes, we're working on the tax net, but until then, we need some money. So what are you looking at then? Okay, we'll have to raise taxes. The next thing you look at is where can you get the biggest impact with the smallest footprint? Like then I say, everybody eat and drink. Yeah, it has to be consumption based because if you try and make it too specific, you either drilling down specifically on one person that never work out last year. Right? That's like the asset tax on the banks. Yo, if you banks, if you thought maybe you're gonna get it, ain't going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. So if they're gonna tax sugar, they're gonna tax the banks,
Bro,
right?
it's bad finally get thing there. We might finally get the tax on deposit.
Oh. No, I don't think so. I think that's political. Uh,
But yeah.
yeah, but well, I would say because political people don't
But
have
yeah,
sense of
you're
humor.
right, you're
Yeah,
right, you're right.
yeah, they have a sense of humor. But
Power
yeah,
Ranger, like the whole Power Ranger crews in our DMs.
right. um, so yeah, I think the tax apartment is what it is. My thing, we go back from when I've been saying for a long time. The first thing I look for when it comes to this taxing is, yo, don't touch the market. I haven't heard any, that's it. I'd have heard immediately. I know I'd
Oh,
have heard
do it.
immediately. Yeah,
Oh,
just
do
don't touch
it.
the market. Yeah, man. Tax
Oh,
sugar. I can drink water. I drink a lot of water. Tax
Yeah.
sugar,
Yeah,
but don't touch the
I don't
market.
even drink soda, bro. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah. That's the truth. Yo, honestly, stop drinking soda. It kills us.
Yeah, I
Stop
don't
drinking
drink
soda.
soda. I don't even drink the sweet red stripe. But I
It-
don't do sugar. I don't like it. I don't enjoy sugar. So
Black people all over the world.
I don't
It
hear
kills
about
us. Stop.
that.
Yeah, stop. Come on, we don't need it. Yo, we can sell water too. Buy water. And also, I mean, I understand the situation, and I understand what Mr. Mahfood is saying, but just in case anybody needed the reminder, right? Just in case we needed the reminder, Wisynco last year reported 4.4 billion in profits. And in 2 quarters so far this year, they're up to 2.9 billion. They'll be okay, guys.
It'll be alright.
Yeah, they'll be fine. The digital services, they'll probably be they'll be taxing you, I don't even know which. It's not as difficult as you think, and they don't. Your stuff isn't as private as you think, and they don't have to come to you. They don't have to go to you. Airbnb, just tell Airbnb that, hey, anybody that has a place in Jamaica that you rent, put a line on it and pay it over to the Jamaican government, or
yeah,
we'll block you.
simple so.
It's that simple, or we'll block you.
And I saw the conversation I saw around that were, why would they do that? Yo, nothing could nobody. Basically, they thought, oh, Jamaica is not big enough to do that, my brother.
What?
This is not a stressful thing for these businesses to do.
Oh no, it's
They make transfer it every day. Like, one more no matter.
it's you know what it is? It's add Jamaica to the list, and it's two
Exactly
entries.
that.
It's Jamaica and the rate. That's it.
Done.
It's easy. And so now you get an extra line.
And the company, it's the kind of tax that it's not a company being taxed. It's passed over to you, and you think the company doesn't want extra money in their bank account before for the little moment before they send it over to the government.
Easy. And also remember, say you don't have to put out the line. Well, maybe it's GCT, so maybe you do, but you don't necessarily have to always. Actually, you're right. It's GCT. I think under the law they have to. But I was thinking of cases where they don't have to break it out. They kind of tell you that it is what it is because of the thing where if the tax is $2, but we raise it by $5, where the extra three go. Profit, right? But you're right. Even if it's just two, I would just put on the two. With GCT is not paid exactly when it's collected. There's a nice good time there. Yeah,
make the money sit in my account for a year and do what it
yeah,
needs to do. Make
or
some
for a
money back
quarter.
and then
Yeah.
send it over.
So Jamaica's
Companies are not
GCT.
hurting by this, so they're gonna do it.
Exactly.
It's like just tell the IT guy, make sure. You're right. We are these for so many other countries. Jamaica to do this, or Jamaica too. Okay, I ain't done.
Exactly. Also, and this is just a general reminder for everybody on Twitter, myself included. You see how the whole of it smart? The government not done either. It's just people like us in the government.
It's people go there.
Yeah, you are so smart. So is the government.
And you showing them duns. They're often them duns by design. That's the face I'm showing you. Because it's easier for a politician to be duns and you cuss him than, boy, same smart. But why do that?
Exactly. Exactly. But oh no, I don't know. Well, you understand Trump. Oh yeah. Oh, he's so stupid. Of course. I have to be. It's
That's
it's
why
the
you found the
only.
perfect way to screw you over.
Yeah, yeah. If I
Yeah.
smart, if I smart, you'd think that there's something nefarious behind this. Anyway, um, SCT on beverages, I think, is a good thing, and that you can mark my words is will result in an increase in profitability for Wisynco in the future. Mark my words. And if it doesn't, if let's say that the thing that I don't think any of us think will happen, let's say that there is a marked reduction in the consumption of sweetened non-alcoholic beverages in Jamaica, then the country would be better off. So we would live longer. Boohoo. It's win-win. Uh, I have the recording of the presentation to go listen to. I'm going to go actually listen to it to hear what was actually said and go through this document properly, um, to see what they are saying that they intended and how it's said, and just look past some of the noise. But obviously, the kind of society Jamaica has, the way we've looked at things, consumption taxes are always best because it's fair. Whether or not you like to admit it, consumption taxes are the best form of taxes in terms of fairness because you can just simply reduce your consumption. And yes, of course, you can put the tax on something that you can't reduce, but it's still fair, right? The richer people use more of the thing that they will pay more on. Um, and it also allows centralized collection. That's always the easiest too. So no, if them tax Netflix, it don't mean them going to come to your yard and ask you for the Netflix money. Netflix can just have a line. Netflix can just take 15% more from your credit card and pay it over to the Jamaican government. Easy.
Simple, simple.
Or Netflix will just not work in Jamaica. It's that simple. And Netflix will like, do we want to lose the Jamaican market or do we want to charge them more and keep the money for a quarter?
Like, yeah, do it.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, are those the bigger things? Who do you think will benefit from that though? So Carreras also, like it's almost we talk about Wisynco. Alcoholic beverages. It's so funny. So Wisynco going into deeper into alcohol now. Um,
Mhm.
the increase in the rate. This is what I wanted to see. The thing I'm looking at. So for cigarettes, it's an increase in the rate from $17 per stick to 20, uh, which percentage wise is small, but that means that $3. I mean, you buy things from shop. Nothing goes up by $3 in the shop, right? And the SCT is not on. That's on per thousand cigarettes. So, but no matter, nothing goes up by $3. It's gonna go up by $5 or 10, depending on how them feel this year. Um, that's a 17% increase though, 20 to from 17. And on the alcoholic beverages, it's it's 1,400 coming from 1,230. And that one isn't next year. That one is March 1, right?
Mhm.
That
I know
I
it.
ex
The bar money now go see it. I'm drunk already.
Yeah, that's also a nice 13% increase. 13% increase is not 15% increase. $100. So if it's something costs $100 and let's say you're putting 13% more on it, but then it's also on the tax. So it's not. Increases like these typically result in an increase in profitability. That's
Mhm.
what it is. Yeah. So forget the noise. Or you can pay attention to the noise if you want. You can complain or you can profit. There's money that's going to be made out there, and those companies are going to make more profits. Mark my words. They're gonna make more profit as a result of this. So hey, I'm surprised they never tax a toll road more. Ah, boy. Environmental protection levies imposed on the importation of goods in Jamaica and the sale of locally manufactured goods. It's proposed that the environmental protection levy be increased from the current rate of 0.5% to 0.8% on imports and locally manufactured goods. That environmental protection levy thing is
I can't
across
say I know
the.
much about it. What exactly is it?
I feel like, yeah, I think it's across the board. A whole heap of things. Like I think for cars, it's on it. I think almost anything that's imported comes with it, and anything that's
Mhm.
made also comes with it. It's an across the board tax. If I have it right, I could have little to no research done, but I know I've seen it before. So I think I've seen it in the line. Like when you import a car, it's one of the things that's there.
Rich.
The government expects to make an additional 3.4 billion from that,
Mm-hmm.
and that takes effect on May 1. Definitely cars. So that means if you're selling cars, anything you import before that time and clear before that time, take out of the bonded warehouse before that time, you get to sell at the higher price, even though you pull it at the lower tax. Who gets to keep the difference there? A company. It's more profit. Environmental protection levy. I think that's what JetCon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And JetCon has their own bonded warehouse, I think. So I know I've seen it on cars for a fact. So it's definitely on cars. Uh, and it's known local manufacturers. That's good. That's good. If you're a local manufacturer and this is looking like it's going to be too much for you, you can list on the junior market and get a tax break. You won't get, you still have to pay the environmental protection levy, but you get a break on the corporate tax, and people will
Yeah.
give you money. You'll get money. You'll get a lot of cash one time, up to 750 million. Um, hey, listen, maybe I'm biased because I've seen much worse taxes than this stuff, and I guess maybe because also a lot of it isn't clear, and it's not like we don't know that it's needed, right? It's one of those things that we can make noise out it now, but we'll be worse off if we don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what I would like, however, is if they continue the efforts to increase the collections, and if they can take it off in the future, that'd be great. Can you imagine how good that is if in like 2 or 3 years they're like, hey, it's working out now, so we're reducing this again,
Hmm.
which is something that we have seen over the years. Wow.
Hope and pray.
Yeah. Modification of the 20% concession duty concession on motor vehicles for public officials. Under current tax rules, if you're in the public sector, you get a 20% concession.
Concession. Yeah.
So government workers no longer get that. Well,
Modification. Oh, did they give any?
like, what do you mean? That thing I'm talking about, the modification of it?
Yeah, they didn't break down exactly how, did they?
Well,
I don't think. Oh yeah, they don't longer get 20% very likely. Very likely less.
exactly. So no, as in they're removing you used to get
They gone. You
the
say gone.
break, so now you go back to paying 20%.
So no more concession. That's what you say?
I'm not saying that. I'm not so sure. Maybe there's other things that they get a concession on, but maybe no more concession.
On vehicle?
Yeah,
It's a big deal for them, you know.
yeah, that's a
You've heard
massive
government workers
deal.
talk about that. Yeah,
Oh no,
it's,
yeah, 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 yeah.
it's one of them
That's a
things.
massive deal. But no, this happened from actually. This is just maybe the continuation of something that Dr. Nigel Clark started. Remember, he moved a couple of things into like off one off and put it into the salary. I'm wondering if no, maybe that's traveling. I don't. Hey,
No man,
I
concession.
know.
I,
I know
I,
better than to argue with them about government workers about it. I know they love them concession. Like
yeah,
they
man.
love them concession. But
I'm almost sure it's still there, but I have to check exactly.
Well, what I'm reading says under the current tax rule, a person who is employed in the public sector in certain employment categories is entitled to a 20% duty concession in
Yeah.
respect to the importation of a motor vehicle within a certain value, right?
Mhm.
The concession currently offers a reduced rate of customs duty of 20%, as well as an exemption from both SCT and GCT on the importation. With
Mhm.
effect from the 1st of May 2026, it is proposed to remove the GCT exemption. Okay, so they keep the customs concession, but retain the customs duty concession and the SCT exemption. Okay, so one of the things you wouldn't have to pay, you get the concession and you also wouldn't have to pay GCT. All I say now is that, oh, you have to pay GCT now.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. I don't think they could remove the concession fully. They'd, they'd probably face a coup. Government workers will probably riot. Uh, hey, hey, okay. Increase in GCT and tourism activities. So hotels, resort, cottage sites, for facilities, camping, tourist accommodations, water sports, are a tour operator. Used to get 10%, so now it goes back up to 50%. That's straight up. That's one straight hit to Dolphin Cove, right? Hit to Dolphin Cove. Um, Mostly tourists paying it. So okay,
They shall keep. That
yeah, yeah, they come to swim with the dolphins. It don't matter if they're paying 15 or 10 or whatever. Yeah. Captive market, who cares? Uh,
the price is the
yeah,
price. The
the
tourist price is
price
the
is the
tourist
price.
price.
Exactly. Like you don't. Yeah, I don't care. NHD
And you see what
government.
they pay for things.
Exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't pay those prices. But yeah, and the NHD, the government will continue to raid the NHD to fund the central government. Hey, I don't. Okay. Okay. Hey, uh, it is what's the alternative? I don't think they're taking the money to put in their pockets. I'm pretty sure they're not. I think we tend to think that because we don't know just how much money is being pulled, like this is not put
Mhm.
in pocket money. Like it's being funded things. It tells me that we still don't have we still don't have enough. We need more people in the country, and we still need to earn more. It's so rough. But it is what it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm just cynical. I don't see the reason to bawl about it. Know if he's fine, and it does mean, however, like maybe we can increase the penalties, like any politician found stealing money. Maybe not death, but close. But yeah, yeah. Barring that, though, I mean,
Kind of
it
thing
is what it
them
is.
say. And if anybody upset with it, then you know what they know which side they stand on. It's
Yeah,
like,
right. Yeah. If you have an issue, that
one
let me know.
person.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, who cares? Property tax, though, like you said, property tax is also good, and why not? Everybody talk about real estate. Well, we have a couple of real estate companies, right? That
Mhm.
hits them, and that hits them directly.
Mhm.
So rents go up, of course. Mortgages go up, of course, which means the banks have more profits to make. Complain or profit. Um, Epley, CPFV, with all of the Jamaican holdings that they have in terms of their real estate, significant increase in property tax, but I think they'll manage. Raise the tax. Again, that means an increase in profits for CPFV. If the most they'll do is they'll eat it for 1 year. Just like with Cinco, the most they'll do is they'll eat it for 1 year. They change the date of filing for corporate income tax
Oh,
from the 15th of March to the 15th of April, and the asset tax from the 1st of September to the 15th of April.
that's good.
Hmm.
That's good for the. That's good for thing the business. A little bit longer on the thing there.
Maybe, yeah, right?
Little bit after the end of the year. Little bit longer after the end of the year. Felt in there.
No, no.
Wait, it's from end of
They
March.
move it up from, well, asset tax. They move from the first of September.
No, but
I
I'm
mean,
saying
that's, you know,
next
no,
year
no. But
August.
here's why that's funny. Here's why that's funny. For 2025, the asset tax you'd have to pay, like I saw it out September of 2026. They move it up to April. Okay, we need that now. I need that now. I need that now. I know this is September, but I need that now. I need that
Now.
now. Yeah, yeah. I just a 5 hour, so don't bother with the noise. Just sort that
In
out
the
and come
morning.
give it. Yeah. Corporate income tax, 15th of March. No, the 15th of April. Yeah, we'll get like a bus. You know, instead of giving the corporate tax on the 15th of March, I give you an extra month, the 15th of April. Hey, okay. Like I don't. I'm sure there's a lot more in there to go through to, but hmm. Accelerated allowances, capital allowances, for expenditure incurred in the construction and renovation of buildings. That there's more there, you know. This bears going through. Forget the noise and the will they tax Netflix. There's more worth going through. They're moving some of what you can do for specifically around construction, which makes sense, right? But inorganic materials, example, zinc.
Send me that.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it. Hmm. Hmm. Actually, when I come up, I'll share it. I'll share it with you properly because I have the actual document and I have a thing from. Well, it's from PwC. PwC always does
I always go out in the review.
yeah, yeah. Anybody can see that. Let me. So if you go here, you go PwC JM's website. They do have a preliminary budget review, and you can look at it yourselves. Then I sent you, and I will also just try and tweet it. All right. I don't see anybody saying tweet because I guess everybody just wanted to hear us this week. It's almost 11 o'clock. If anybody wants to send a speaking request, this is your last chance. You want to talk about a stock, something that we never talk about, something you have in mind, something you're wondering about, um, let us know. Shay, then anything you have in mind that you want to ask about?
Nothing to mind.
No. All's well.
And the
I
people.
think we covered quite a bit.
Yeah, me
Indeed.
too. Me too.
Have a good weekend lineup. Very likely more stuff. After this week, we'll have a lot more to say next week.
I'm sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then over the next few weeks too. And we'll have that IPO listing. Well, I mean, we'll have a couple of weeks for that, right? Middle of February, maybe by March, maybe by early March, second week of March, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the second week of March, if we're lucky. And then who knows? Let's not try to look too far ahead. I'll tweet this out. But yeah, I had wanted, every week I have a little thing in mind. If somebody comes on, especially if it's somebody new, them ask about something or have a good conversation, I try to give them a nice good price or talk about a stock or a company that. And there's always things like if the right person comes on and asks or we're talking about the company, I'll throw the whole kitchen sink at you because I wanted to. So I throw that out there so that people know that it's great for this. That's why we still do it and allow you to send us speaker because otherwise we just do the podcast privately and we'd talk a lot freer, but then we'd have to edit a whole lot more. um, anyway, so I put that out for next week. and the weeks in the future. If anybody wants to send a speaking request, that's a little surprise for you if you actually come on and ask about something other than Trans Jamaica. Right? Yeah, anything other than Trans Jamaica. Well, yeah, with that said, unless somebody wants to send something no for the exact last time, I'd say thank you to everybody. Hope it's been good. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend, your Valentine's weekend. And talk next week.
Yep,
All right.
yep.
Big up, people. Enjoy the weekend. Happy games.
Have a good
For the
one.
Valentine's Day. Money I spend. Any money I make, I try to make her spend. No. Damn. So, very
Wow.
good.
Yeah, it's
That's what you
good.
invest it for, eh? Make the money do
Exactly.
something.
That's exactly the point. It's meant to be
Money is meant to be spent.
that's the only thing you can do with it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Invest it. So it is what it is.
Well, if you can't say
Anyway.
buy stock and now buy no chocolate and rose.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good call.